The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Where's my money, bitch?
Okay, so I want to start off by getting the elephant out of the room first. I want to start by saying that I did something earlier this week, which I'll probably talk about as my main topic, that I haven't done in 3 years, 4 years. I sat down and watched an A24 horror film. I did. I did. I'm going to keep my thoughts for the time being to myself until we get to the topics because, oh boy, do I have a lot to say. I have a lot to say. So, William, you have something to share with the class?
What? Wait, I have to go back. Where's the freaking polar bears? Where's Klondike? Coca-Colas? Where's the wait? What does the moth supposed to mean? What's the?
Obviously, you know what the moth means.
Yeah, I know because they had to get out of the.
Yes,
Shut
Jordy.
up.
The moth
not
is
one.
symbolic for symbolism.
Shut up with
Yes. Yes. I couldn't
Shut up.
believe this. I successfully made William watch Lost, and I didn't know he was watching Lost until about 2 days ago. He is watching Lost. I don't know what episode he's on at the moment, but he is watching Lost. I did it. I converted another one. I converted him.
Actually, I hate to burst your bubble, but I was the one that actually convinced him to actually watch Lost.
You son of a bitch! Are you serious?
Morty?
I'm serious, and the thing is, here's the thing. Like, I told him it's a good series. Just because I joke
It's a
around.
great series, not good.
Okay, it's a great series.
Well, yeah,
here's the
because
thing.
you did the phrase as a joke.
Yeah, I did the phrase as a joke, but the thing is, he thought he was going to get tortured because you were, like, almost pressuring him, But, no, I told him, you can watch it. I mean, it's a good show.
Well, yeah, like I just feel like with shows.
By the way, I want to say something as well before he continues. I have my PS4 on, which I usually don't normally do, and I have this for a reason because last Sunday.
Oh, you got a new DLC?
No, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it. Crap! Come on.
Wait, an STD?
There it is. I'm rewatching the series for the first, literally after a month after I started it, after I finished it. I'm starting it again. I'm on disc 2. I just put it in the player like 20 minutes ago. Yeah, there you go. I watched it a lot. Congratulations. I've converted another one, and I'm watching it again because you know what? It's like Charlie's heroin addiction. I can't stop.
Yay.
it's like you converted another one yet. I was the one that convinced him that,
Well, I've been lied to as well because I thought I was the one who converted.
Here he goes again, people. Victor blowing smoke out of his ass.
There we go.
No.
Yeah, but
you were told to watch Lost, and I thought I was going to get away with it.
Before we go on into the episode further, I want to give some shout-outs to APizzle90. Happy birthday to him.
Well, happy birthday, Alex.
Happy birthday.
Along with my father, who's celebrating his birthday today.
Oh, really? It is his birthday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, happy birthday, too.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, that's... we got a lot to talk about on this show.
Yeah, a lot to talk about. But I just want to give a couple of things. And, William, so I don't know what episode you're on. Would you power to share?
Wait, hold on. He says polar bears, so he must have watched the first 2 episodes, I guess.
That's the pilot. I consider it one episode.
Well, yeah, because it was mostly split into like 2 parts and
aired as 2 parts for some reason. ABC thought, hey, we can milk it for 2 weeks.
Yeah, but yeah, that it's like a very similar situation with Buffy because if you remember,
but
in
the
season
Buffy
1,
pilot that aired all at once. They aired both episodes into a regular 2-hour time slot. This was different. They showed the pilot in 2 separate.
Oh, Hades Ward thought it was
You thought Lost was a movie? Oh no, not the case. Not the case at
Oh
all.
no! I mean, Lost has been around since 2004, I think.
19 years ago. It turned 19 years ago. 19 years. Like
it doesn't need a movie or a spin-off sequel.
No, it doesn't. How it ends is perfect.
No, and we don't need any of this deal or no deal bullshit. That's
oh my god, that no deal island show.
Oh my god!
Oh, I just saw the trailer for that pop up.
Oh my god!
Or the announcement.
Oh my god!
Oh dear! Let Dharma do that. I don't know. You're not gonna understand that, William, but trust me, you will. You will understand Dharma.
Yeah. So in terms of what I'm up to, I finished around the first 7 episodes of Lost, and
so after the Moth, after the Charlie.
Hold on a minute. Hold on, Victor. Hold on. Continue explaining. What's your thoughts on the first 7 episodes without giving too much?
I gotta say though, pretty damn great so far.
Of course, it's pretty damn great. The first season's perfect. It's practically perfect in every way. I know it's Harry Poppins, but come on.
Yeah, but just seeing all the 48 survivors on that island.
Which they only focus on mainly 15 of them. You'll understand why in season 3. Trust me.
Well, I have
a lot to say about those 2 once you get there.
Well, I until then. Thank you, Victor.
Good. Happy me. Happy me.
and also, this
who's your favorite, by the way, at the moment?
Oof. Oh, geez, there's so many of them because this show also presents really compelling flashbacks to each character, such as when his name Chris, that he was a rocker and he was part of this band.
Oh,
Charlie.
And if there's one person in that series that I think me and my mom and possibly
Charlie's in my top 10.
If there's one person out of that whole group of survivors that me and my parents loved, it was Charlie.
Yeah, but it's also too is that he struggled with his older brother's massive ego.
This is pretty much Liam, his brother, and Charlie. It's pretty much it reminded me too much of Oasis because of knowing Liam Gallagher in real life. It's pretty much the same fucking shit. They pretty much took the Oasis story, except and even to the point where they predicted that they would break up, and they broke up 4 years after the episode.
Oh gosh!
And the dialogue,
big fight.
And the dialogue too.
Although, to be fair, the ending to that episode's not very subtle whatsoever. It is not subtle whatsoever. With the moth flying away after he burns the heroin into the fire. But other than that, it's one of my favorite episodes of the season.
Hold on. Okay, where's... No, not that, Charlie. No.
Oh, we'll get to that someday. Trust me. The McG film. We'll get to that someday. I know for sure we're going
to.
Charlie, and we're not talking about Charlie Brown.
Oh dear, that bald head.
Wait.
Good.
I just noticed this comment from Ben. Eragon.
Eragon. Oh God.
I saw that.
He said that to me yesterday after I finished, and he said Eragon.
No. I just want everyone to know that I just finished watching the movie about 20 minutes ago. So,
oh jeez,
we're gonna have.
Oh, it's gonna be fresh in your mind then.
Well, it's been yesterday was. I saw yesterday. It's pretty fresh in my mind. Even though
every time we have a movie to review, I always watch it the same day before we go live. I don't know why that is.
I don't know. Sometimes I do it too. I think one time I did do it, but I can't quite remember what movie I did it with at the moment. Oh, I did with Tremors. I watched the same.
I had to do it with Tremors. I was watching it at work. Thank God nobody was there.
Wait. You know what? Charlie Brown saying "I Gotta Rock." You know what? That just reminds me of something. I remember when someone had a song called "I Gotta Rock." You know what?
Oh yeah, I Wanna Rock.
What if that was a presetting of what we would have later in life in rock and roll?
Oh jeez. But yeah, I'm glad he's watching Lost. And trust me, I think the first season actually gets better as it goes along. And the pilot is one of the best episodes ever written for television. Walkabout is one of the best episodes written for television. That's the lock focus. You got to tell me what you thought about the ending, man. You got every person who's seen Walkabout is always shocked by how it ends.
By the way, I want to also give a lot of people who's subscribed to Netflix right now a little bit of a heads up that as of this past Sunday, finally, we got.
No, I would rather them continue the DVD service because that's what they're good for. Netflix streaming sucks ass.
Support physical media, baby.
Thank you, amen.
Seeing as I was not done talking, you should know your place and shut your face.
I didn't.
Not you, him. Anyway,
Don't tell me what I can't do.
Okay, John Locke. Hey, you know what? Let me tell you something.
Oh, John Locke.
You know why you don't see gay people in wheelchairs, Victor?
Oh God.
Well, I guess when you're a fruit, you can't be a vegetable, can you?
No.
Well, John Locke is a great. Shut up, William.
Yeah, it's his catchphrase. He says it throughout the entire show, not just that episode.
Anyway,
shut up, William.
That should be a slogan.
All right, I'm not going to talk about Nas for 90
wait,
minutes again. He's only in 7 episodes. We got to calm the boy because he has to watch further. We give an update every week.
What I said should be on a T-shirt. You know what? That might actually should work. But anyway, what I was getting to at is that it's also both on Netflix and Hulu that finally we actually have the Swordsmith Village arc of Demon Slayer available right now.
Demon Slayer, isn't that the movie we have to do once we land on it?
No. Well, actually, yeah, but what I mean is it's Demon Slayer, the anime series that I actually got,
Right, we have to do the film at some point. The film.
Yeah, oh, trust me. When we do that film, you're gonna...
What? Are you fucking kidding me? No, this can't be fucking real. No, that fucking didn't... No. I'm looking right now. Fuck you. I'm glad I have my fucking TV on. Oh, no.
What are you talking about?
Not dog.
Oh, yeah, I saw the...
Dog, no. Is Warner literally selling this fucking movie for fucking free, essentially? It's like Max don't give a fuck now? Great. Now a new generation of Americans are going to get bored as...
Oh, son of a bitch! I just remembered something.
What?
Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods is having its 10th anniversary this month, and I think they're going to be having it in selective theaters. I think maybe I should take my mom to see.
My God, the Many Saints in Newark is on? Jesus Christ, Warner. It's like you don't care about your new stuff. Jesus Christ. Let's see if Dong is on there. I can't see it right now. You know what? Let me just search it.
Hey, while you're searching stuff, why don't you go ahead and add, maybe Zom 100, Bucket List of the Dead while you're at it. You might enjoy that series, trust me.
Oh my God.
Oh wait, Zom 100.
No.
Oh great, here we go.
Great. This Denis Villeneuve bullshit is on there. Now a new generation of Americans are going to get bored as fuck by that pretentious ass movie. Jesus Christ.
Shut up, Will. Shut up.
Now society is going to be having a fucking lobotomy because of this fucking movie. And you don't even have it in 4K. It's only in fucking HD. Wow. Warner is the bottom of the fucking barrel. Piss off. Like I'm going to watch that shit again.
Like I'm interested in watching that shit, period, because the only reason why I look at Netflix is because of Demon Slayer and other anime shows I like to watch. And the 7 Deadly Sins is on there too.
Oh, so yeah. Warner, I don't know what you're doing. You're on a lot of drugs. Not just Netflix. Oh my God, it's true.
Damn, we got like 10 viewers watching.
Yeah. Is that a new record? Hi, everybody. Now we can get to topics now. They probably don't want us wasting too much time. So
what are topics?
Vic should wear a shirt that says "Piss Off, Zaslav."
If they make a shirt of that, I buy it.
Actually, you know what? No, it should say "Fuck off, Zaslav."
I would say "fuck off" too. Should fuck off like that polar bear.
well, you know what? A polar bear can fornicate better than Zaslav ever could.
Boy. All right, William.
Wait. That's even like a cleaner shirt. Fornicate off Zaslav.
Oh my God. Okay, William.
Hey, it's it's sex and fornicate is sex. Sex is sex, dude.
But yeah, that's
And it's not always going to be healthy for you. Keep that in
True.
mind.
So yeah,
So who should go first?
I told you who go first. William, go first.
I only got like a small patch of Blu-rays to show you right here.
Okay, better be. Is it?
Is it smaller?
Oh
than
my God! It's Denise's birthday, and I'm saying this shit.
Hey,
Oh
wait,
Wow.
no!
wait, small patch.
Oh
first.
wow,
I'm
You
so fucked up.
wow, Victor.
Let me ask you something. That small patch.
You
of
got
words-
to apologize to him and say you're sorry that you don't like all his movies.
I actually like Sicario and Prisoner, so that's not exactly true.
So the small patch of words. Is it a lot more bigger than that peach fuzz that Victor's got right now?
Peach fuzz.
Yeah.
Peach
What?
fuzz. This?
Yeah.
Oh my God! I got to shave.
And judging by that peach fuzz, I got more shower time than you got screen time on here.
Bitch, I took a shower this afternoon.
Well, at least I got a clean shave right here.
Oh,
I
my
always
goodness.
clean shave
Look at
every
that.
day. And by the way, this coming Thursday, not only will be our 4th anniversary of Rant and Rave, it'll be
Wow.
40 weeks. And I kid you not, 40 weeks in a row I've shaved clean my face.
Wow. So
That's like a record for me. But anyway, let's hear what you got to say, William.
All right, so first Blu-ray I have here is a movie that, well, I've had like a little soft spot with this one, and I'll explain it to you. Hey, Jordy, you're gonna like this.
Jaws 2.
I almost got that the other day.
I watched the first Jaws movie, and then the second one. I never got a chance to watch the others. But
yeah, you're better off not watching Jaws: The Revenge anyway.
Oh,
the second one was actually a little bit good. It wasn't like as great.
It has a following, certainly. That's why I got a 4K.
and
yeah, I gotta admit, that's a very good pickup.
yeah, so I have this story. So there used to be a food store on where I'm living at. It used to be called Wallbounds before they turned
Oh
it
yeah,
into
into an AMP, I believe.
yeah, and they turned it into Gintis Meat Farms, I believe. And
Gintis Meat Farms? They're literally like, it's a meat farm?
yeah, and when the Wallbounds was around, there would be, I think I was over at either the ice cream aisle or the egg section, and there would be, you know how there would be like a small DVD towers where it would mostly just have DVDs.
Sometimes I see those at supermarkets, but not as much as I used to.
And I've owned the Jaws 2 DVD for years, and I thought to myself, you know what? I figured I might as well add this to my 4K collection because I honestly kind of a little soft spot for it, and I would just like grow up with it along with the first one, but nothing's topping the first one, obviously. Because of how significant it is.
Well, absolutely.
And I figured you were like that, Jordy.
Yeah, I actually do like it. I didn't get a chance to see the third one, and of course the Revenge, even though I could have saved that for another Shark Week. But I think the first two is actually pretty good. Not gonna lie.
I think you're saving yourself some trouble because
3 I heard is awful. Jaws: Revenge is apparently even worse.
Yeah, 4 is worse.
But let me ask you, which one? Which one could be the most worst one out of 3?
The Revenge, easily.
Well, Revenge, easily.
Okay.
Easily, because
the shark literally goes to the Bahamas. It tracks down the Brody family and knows where the Bahamas is, so it swims all the way to the Bahamas in less than a few days.
And then it sounds like this.
Yeah, and the shark sounds like a lion, and there's a scene where Michael Caine's shirt is dry, even though he literally just got wet in the water. It's just like freshly laundered, as Gene says.
But you know what? Here's the thing: nothing will ever take away the lot of character that Bruce had in the very first film.
But it's not Bruce. It's like Jaws' second cousin in Jaws: The Revenge or something like that.
No. The first film. I'm talking.
Yeah, I know. I know.
No one will ever take that away from Bruce.
Yeah,
Bruce.
Fish are friends. Not
Bruce.
oh wait, that's the other one.
No, that wrong thing, Victor. Wrong thing.
All right, go.
All right.
Go on.
Hunter Hunter says that today is also Tommy.
Yeah, we'll get to his movie in like 3 episodes from now. Well, remember, episode 50 is The Room. I already planned it because I did that on purpose.
Oh, I forgot about that. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be there for that.
Are you talking that to me like that, Austin? What? What?
You kind of sound like we're still a little bit there, actually.
That was from the Peter Vo the Dumbho rant.
Peter Ho.
By the way, credit to Shane Jordan.
Yeah. So yeah, keep going.
Next Blu-ray I have, Victor. I know how you feel about animated films nowadays, right?
Oh yeah. Oh
well,
boy.
I'm not gonna like bash you because you just have a different perspective. But
I prefer live action movies. Let's put it this way.
But here's the thing.
You know what? People who prefer live actions and don't expand their mind for other qualities.
I liked animation for a very long time, but animation these days, I'm sorry, it's not that great.
Other people who don't expand their mind better into other qualities of films need to be drug out to the street.
Turtles. That was a good movie. I saw that was animated.
I'll give you that. And
I'm not gonna bash you too much.
And I saw Mario too earlier in the year.
I'm just messing around with you. I want to hear what William's got to say.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, next one is my favorite animated film of the year, and I believe Hunter, if you're in the chat, you're gonna love me, buddy.
What's this?
Oh, you fucking fanboy! Overrated.
Oh wait, Spider-Man.
Well, says the guy who hasn't seen it. Ooh.
Yeah, but the first one was overrated as shit.
You guys are going on about like overratedness. Like what?
Who's the best Spider-Man? No, nothing will ever top what Raimi did with Spider-Man 2. It will never be topped. Never.
For you, it is.
Well, actually, I'll give you that. But you know what? I don't know if you guys have seen this before, but have you seen Spider-Man 2.1?
I have the 2.1 cut. I just haven't seen it.
Okay, here's my thing. I think they should have mixed the original, with the 2.1 as a whole, because there are scenes from 2.1 that should have been added in the original film, but nothing should have been changed with the beginning part, like where they're having Mr. Z's going like, "No, go!" and then instead of "go."
But yeah, I've never seen 2.1. I've never seen 2.1.
Yeah, I don't.
I haven't either. I don't think.
Yeah, I've only seen the theatrical cut.
Like, here's the thing. I mean, I got no bitching or no barbs at it. And here's the thing. Funny you mentioned Spider-Man. All 5 of the Spider-Man films before before we got God, what's that kid's name who's now playing as Spider-Man?
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland. Before Tom Holland, the first 5 Spider-Man films, like the Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2 and the Sam Raimi trilogy, is now on Netflix.
And it's on Disney Plus too.
Yeah. I'm just giving you a heads up.
Yeah. I mean, Amazing Spider-Man 2 took a while to get there, but apparently got there last week, I believe. Because the rest of them were on there, except for that one. Because that movie sucks, but anyway.
Jose is saying, you be quiet, Victor. Spider-Verse is the best Spider-Man movie.
Kiss my ass. I respect your opinion, though.
What of what?
No. I'm trying to say this. Spider-Verse is the best Spider-Man movie
and ever. It's the best animated movie of the decade. Inside Out wants to have a war with you.
Inside Out is one of my top 10 favorite movies. So.
How to Train Your Dragon 2.
Never saw both of those. So
I haven't even watched the Spider-Man, Across the Spider-Verse or Into the Spider-Verse yet, or vice versa. So
Escape the Spider-Verse, Beneath the Spider-Verse, Conquest
Through
of the Spider-Verse.
I don't have any...
Or Under the Spider-Verse.
Rise of the Planet of the Spider-Verse.
No. Dawn of the Spider-Verse. War at the Spider-Verse.
And what's the next one being called? What's the next
Conquest.
Kingdom.
Conquest of the Spider-Verse.
No, Kingdom of the Spider-Verse. Kingdom of the Spider-Verse.
Let me just say this real quick. I don't have an opinion to give on those 2 movies yet, but if I ever do watch them, I will have an opinion. But that I'm just gonna.
Well, everybody has an opinion.
Well, everyone has an opinion except when you give it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so
yeah,
move
but
on,
yeah,
move
but
on.
yeah,
The Way of Spider-Verse. Oh, come on.
but yeah, Spider-Verse is still my favorite anime film of the year. I don't think nothing's topping it. I
I
mean,
think my favorite at the moment. I mean, Teenage Mutant Turtles was really good, but I'm partial to Mario for some reason. I'm
oh,
partial to that.
Ninja Turtles, I love.
It was really good.
Shocker! Wait, what?
Get back here!
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was really good, except for some of the supporting characters, like the mutants. I didn't really care too much for them. I wish they focused more on the turtles in the forefront, started trying to make it an ensemble. But other than that, I love the movie.
Oh, I love it too. It's on my top 10 best of the year.
I think it's an honorable mention.
Oh, love it. Next Blu-ray I have it's actually a show that I was able to get my hands on.
Lost?
And I think this quote will explain it all. Did you know diarrhea is hereditary? It runs in your genes.
Oh, that's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
Mm.
I mean, although I've only seen the first 5 episodes.
Wait, what is that?
Dude, what are you doing?
Oh, it's The Last of Us. Okay, yeah.
What are you
the
doing,
TV
Victor?
show.
I couldn't see because
I lost track. You know, I'm bad with television, except for Lost and Buffy. I'm bad with television, and when finishing it, and Rome, I finished that too, and Breaking Bad, I finished that too. But other than that, I don't finish any of the shows I start. But The Last of Us, from what I've seen, the first 5 episodes of the 8, brilliant television. This is going to be, even I've seen only 5 episodes, and I'm confident on saying this is the best show of 2023 by far.
Like
the topic.
Yeah, like easily the highlight is Bella Ramsey as Ellie.
Pedro Pascal too.
Yep. They are perfect to play.
Nick Offerman. We forgot about Nick Offerman's performance in that. What's the other guy too?
Yep.
And Melanie Lewinsky is actually really good in that too. You know, the crazy one in the middle.
Oh yeah, like the crazy one.
Yeah.
But The Last of Us is still the best video game adaptation in terms of TV shows. It's almost like, I don't know how to explain it. Like it's almost like a show that I can't even get the words out. Shit.
Yeah, what happened?
It's a masterpiece.
It is a masterpiece. Craig Mason co-created this. Craig Mason usually does garbage.
Let me see
Like
this.
Scary Movie. Did he write 3?
Oh wait,
and 4?
They have the series on DVD now?
And 4K and Blu-ray.
Yep.
Huh.
It's been out since July.
Yeah, but I don't understand why 4K sets doesn't have the Blu-rays too.
Oh, that's right. The 4K doesn't come with the Blu-ray. Then again, the steelbooks for Disney Plus shows are not coming with the 4K anyway. It's not coming with the Blu-ray unless you buy like Disney Movie Club or something like that. But yeah,
phenomenal.
The series is absolutely phenomenal, and I feel like here's the thing though, with season 2, considering it's going to be adapted Last of Us Part 2, I bet you a lot of people are going to get upset. But at the same time, I feel like they're going to do a perfect adaptation. They're going to do that from start to finish. But, you know, actually watch and have context and play the game first before you mock everything. Looking at you, some ordinary gamer. Sorry, I can't stand that guy.
And people that didn't say like The Last of Us Part 2 game, they quit halfway through the game. Instead, they should have continued on, and it would all
23
work.
hours of that game. Come on.
Wait, Jared, you talk about this. You talk about this.
Yep. Oh yeah.
I still have the collector's edition and it's packaged too, and it's statue.
I am somebody. I will die on this hill. I love Part 2 more than Part 1.
Wow. I've never played. I have Part 2. I haven't played it.
I'm not
played
gonna
the
lie.
first
I think
one.
I really got Ben with that, with that roasting I did you earlier.
But yeah.
He's laughing right now.
What's
this DVD? What's this one?
It's not a DVD, Jordy.
It's a game.
It's a game.
Oh, it's The Last of Us Part 2.
Jordy, now you don't know the
Steelbook.
The show is based on the game. It's a PlayStation game. You have an Xbox. You don't understand what a PlayStation is.
I know what I actually know what a PlayStation game is because I played Metal Gear Solid on Channel Majority before. So shut the fuck up.
Jordy, I mean modern.
Jordy, you silly goose.
How am I the silly goose when I
Oh
know?
my! Oh, now I'm noticing the comment. Oh Jesus!
Wait, if Victor's a fruit, he could be the grape because he likes to suck.
So I was talking about modern Disney animated films. That's not true. I actually remade a couple of the modern Disney animated
Ben.
films. The live action films are completely separate. The animated films, like Ryan the Last Dragon, that movie's fucking phenomenal. I'm gonna die on that hill. Ryan the
I
Last Dragon,
I
phenomenal.
love this guy.
God damn.
No, like no Robo, but I love that guy.
We love Ben here.
I just
But
love.
by the way, the reason why I say
identical
no
twin.
Robo, that's shout outs to Uriel. Hope you're doing well, buddy.
Like
Yeah.
what? Like
So
Jordy, why do you think that I always call Ben my favorite identical twin?
he does look similar.
He almost-
actually.
It's almost like as if he's identical to Lucas, even though he's not. Even though he doesn't get roasted a lot like Lucas does.
No, that's not true.
No, that's not true. Oh, wait a minute. How could Ben look like me? I don't have glasses on. Wait, yes, I do now. I'm teaching class. Now
What do you mean?
Now I got to get myself a protein shake that gives me the bubbly.
No, that's not true. My foot size can fit in.
No, that's not true. My nipples, they don't look like milk duds. They look like popcorn nipples.
All right. Let's keep it focused. Come on.
And the last Blu-ray I have here is a 4K that I was able to get a day earlier before it's released, and that film is Prey.
Top 5 best films of 2022. I'm glad Disney actually put it out on fucking physical media.
Thank you. Yeah, like this is easily the best pirate film since the original.
F your Pokemon, F your higher
God. Your Pokemon. Your high
I still have flashbacks of that awards show.
I loved it when he did that Valentine video on Facebook.
But yeah, Prey is. I'm gonna die on this hill. It's the best Predator movie. Yes, even more than the first one. Yep. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. I can't wait for the sequel. At the same time, I hope it doesn't focus on Naru. Their story's done. Her story is done. There's nowhere you can take it. There's
Jordy.
nowhere you could go. This is it. To quote the movie.
Hold on, Victor. Jordy, what's wrong?
Ben just said identical twin. He could be the pair since it's the same shape of a grape.
Oh my.
Oh my God! Does that
Damn
make me? Does that make me the identical pair, Ben?
I don't know. Maybe he was thinking about Lucas.
No. Wait. Here's a difference. Here's a difference. One of us is gay.
Well, great.
Well, at least one of them
Canceled.
can admit they're gay. You know what else I've also noticed? Some people can actually switch from being gay to being straight. I'm not
That's
kidding.
what bisexuality.
No,
even Hunter was like,
Like,
oh.
have you ever seen a person that was once gay now be straight? Like, it's not bisexual. Like, it's been proven. I don't know if you've seen that before. Hey, by the way,
Most of modern Disney stuff.
by the way,
most
Vic,
of it,
you know
not
what
all of
that's
it.
called? You know what that's called? It's called conversion.
Yeah, but yeah, in terms of like
Remember?
how modern Disney is,
Like you
I
just
don't
said
like
about
their
him converting him.
corporate stuff. Yeah,
Yes. Yeah. Guess what?
Yeah.
It's called conversion.
yeah, it's conversion therapy. Oh no, I'm gonna get canceled now.
Yeah, oh my God. But Prey, though, back to Prey. This was I think this was also in my top 5 best films of the year, and I cannot wait to see the sequel. But really, though, the first thing that I need to see, bring me feudal Japan, damn it!
I just thought of something, William.
What?
Victor, do what you do best. Get down on your knees and pray.
No.
No. Wait, you can't pray because you're getting on your knees is what you do best.
Jesus Christ,
Jared, what do I do with Jordy here?
I don't know. I
What
got
is
nothing
with
for
him?
you.
Listen, I'm having a great time. I know this is going to be one of our best episodes ever.
so ready because I'm already happy that he's watching Lost. William, that is.
Well, here's the thing. If this becomes a roastathon, I will apologize later after the show, but I'm sorry. I'm not holding back.
Okay, no.
Why don't hold back either on this show? What do I always rant about the NFL and how they're rigging the whole fucking games because of Taylor Swift? Yeah, do I have to talk about that again? Jesus.
I'm still not over that. What? Focus the damn game, damn it!
Yeah, stop cutting away,
Okay.
and stop putting the fucking commercial for a fucking movie, even though it's probably gonna do well. I'm like, you know what? I'd rather watch The Exorcist Believer, and that's saying a lot because
Okay, so
I'm
Ben
not looking
says-
forward to that.
Same
Ben
here.
says, William, you drunk apple cider mixed with rum.
Wow.
That's a new one. And
Wow.
does that praying come with a consequence?
Oh dear.
Oh my god.
So yeah, Prey. Final word on that is amazing, and I need to get a copy of it.
Crap
But I'm
awful.
broke right now, so
Yeah.
wait till my
Wait,
birthday.
Wait, hold on. Isn't that show that I saw recently, get promoted on Hulu, having a list?
I see all the time whenever I watch football on Fox. Well, Fox NFL Sunday, but Crapopolis. Yeah, that's true. Isn't that a new show?
Oh yeah, speaking of Fox,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to say goodbye to SmackDown, and watch it while you can, because it's not gonna be on Fox anymore until the
What's
year's.
next? They're gonna put another show in the Friday Night Death slot so we can have an excuse to cancel another show, just like Firefly and
They're
Dollhouse,
just gonna-
Truth Calling, and
from
all
what
those
I've
other
heard-
shows that I'm probably not even thinking of right now.
From
Like
what I've
they did for
heard-
Family Guy at one point.
From what I've heard, they're gonna move SmackDown back to USA, even though I pray asked what the hell was the point of even moving SmackDown off of USA in the first place. But then again, I don't really care. But
It's called money. Ari Emanuel probably wants that.
no, I think
dollar.
it's a thing called Odyssey, like Idiocracy.
Here comes the money.
There's a good movie.
Show me the money.
Where's my money, Denny?
Okay, where's my money, bitch? I ain't gonna keep asking nice.
Where's my fucking money, Denny? Where's my fucking money? And those are all my Blu-rays.
Okay. Jordan, you can go next.
I'll be right
because
back.
What I'm doing right now, you bet your ass I'm next. Okay.
Oh my god.
So, but yeah, I know Jared liked it too.
I'll be back.
So yeah, other than what I just announced, Demon Slayer, the Swordsmith Village arc, that is now available on both Netflix and Hulu. God. I also want to talk about something that, about two things actually. One of them is that the Zom 100, the series, the anime series is going to be delayed for the time being. It's going to be on hiatus. And the
Writer's
reason-
strike?
It's either probably the writer's strike or maybe it's because of something else entirely different. But the point is, we're not going to see any new episodes until probably 2024. So if you guys get confused as to why there ain't new episodes popping up like daisies on Hulu or Netflix,
Again, this is the
that's
anime, so
why.
I don't think it's going to be affected by the writer's strike because the writer's strike is a totally American thing. So,
Well, here's the thing: what do what do American writers profit off? When it comes to cartoon series like anime
well,
from Japan.
the thing is that American writers don't write for anime. They don't. They
No,
just
but
translate it.
dubbings.
Eh?
They do American dubbings, like English dubbings.
Yeah, but that doesn't fall under the writer's strike. That falls under the Actors Guild, and they're on strike. So,
But either way, the point is, now you may get some new English dubs because they're on for the series for the time being. For example, the first 6 episodes, as of this past Sunday, episode 6 has got English dub. Episode 7 through 9, they're gonna have to be delayed for that for the time being, or maybe they'll probably add that in the months to come. But rest assured, this series will be on hiatus for the time being. Hopefully not for too long. Now, the second thing I want to talk about is that, as we all know, sometimes when I'm on the show, I like to watch Ahsoka while watching this. I want you all to know that at 9:00, this will be the final episode of Ahsoka tonight. So, if I know you guys want to watch it, but here's the thing. Probably want to stick with us until after the show is over. Then you
yes,
can
because we want our ratings. Thank you.
It's not just the ratings. I think this is probably going to be the greatest episode that we've had by far. And it's not just because of me roasting Victor. I think it's because of other reasons. I think it's because we're trying to put effort into the show. So,
Well, of
but
course,
however,
every week, damn it.
well, yeah, we put effort every week, but this is the most effort I think we're going to put in for this one. Trust me. Because this week is going to be special for not just for me, but for others as well.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, and another thing, I also want to point out this coming Thursday, Rant and Rave podcast will not start at 8:00 this week. It will start 2 hours
Oh.
before to celebrate the 4th anniversary of R&R, Ranniversary 4. And we will be having a special guest interview with someone within the wrestling business. Not going to say who and not going to say what gender because I want to keep that.
Is it going to be as shocking as the other one you did for 200?
Well, I wouldn't say as shocking, but I will say that this person is old school.
Okay.
You know, something that my dad would like.
Okay.
Don't tell him I said that. Anyway, so, but yeah, just want to point those things out. But yeah, if you guys are, into Ahsoka, just, watch it after we're done here.
And don't watch Loki, damn it. It's not, just kidding.
Well,
because I've been ultra critical about that show since it aired. It's
So,
the
yeah,
reason why
that's,
franchise fatigue is happening to me, damn it.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I want to say right there. Hold on a second. Does anyone even care for the random Taylor Swift show?
Oh, that's the movie I was talking about. The movie, because I was talking about the NFL shit with Taylor Swift. They were promoting the crap out of her fucking concert movie. It's supposed to come out next Friday. And apparently it's good. The ticket sales were about, in terms of ticket sales, advanced ticket sales, it's already been endgame in terms of the record.
You were stuttering right there with the.
Yes, I know I was stuttered, but it's being the Force Awakens record for pre-sale. It beat Endgame's pre-sale score. I'm just like, this shit's gonna make $100 million or over $100 million. I don't get it. I don't.
Okay, so before we go into another topic with with either you or Jared, I want to talk about this one thing that happened.
What?
The whole thing about Beyonce, getting booed out of
What booed? I never heard about this.
Wait, what did I miss?
Romy said something about Beyonce getting booed, during a football game going on.
Huh.
What football game? I don't remember.
Wait, where did you read that?
I'm not entirely sure. He said it in my live chat when I was going live for Wrestle Dream. And by the way, you guys should give that stream a watch. Now, if you guys don't see where I come in, I put the timestamps of when Eric comes in and where I come in. But yeah, I think he said something like that in my live chat because I was out eating with some friends of mine after church. And by the way, that's somewhere you should go to, Victor, every now and then. It'll help you. I think Jared can relate to me, can he?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Come on. Move on. Go ahead. Keep going.
But anyway, what I'm getting at is I think he said something about that. Let me look back on the live chat and see.
Because the last time she did a fucking football game was a fucking Super Bowl halftime show. And that was what, 10 years ago? Yeah, just about 10 years ago. So I don't really remember. I remember.
Yeah, like I don't remember what happened
Yeah,
during that time.
Speaking of NFL, hey Beyonce,
What do you say?
He says, let's say Beyonce got her ass booed out of the Eagles Stadium.
Oh, that's like if she got booed. If she got booed. That's not fact.
No, he said, let's say Beyonce got her ass booed out of the
Yes, let's say it's a what if scenario. The context, it's a what if scenario. Write that one down too, damn it.
Well, he's the one who put it in my live chat.
Write it down. If she got booed. What would happen if she got booed? Just for intensive purposes.
Oh, shit.
Vic's the cynical. Wait. Vic's the cynical Hispanic preacher.
Oh.
I'm watching Loki, whether you want to or not, bitch. Okay, fanboy.
Hey, well, are you gonna block him on Facebook while being a dick about it? Wait. No, I correct myself. On the messenger, while you're doing it with your smartphone, after you talk about 30 minutes of anime while interrupting, William and his topic.
Well, I went 90 minutes on Lost one time, so.
Oh my god.
I was partly involved.
Yeah.
But now I don't have to take my headset off for 83 minutes.
Well, technically, everything after episode 7, you have to take your fucking head off. But not head off, your earbud, not your head off. Jesus Christ, that's dark.
Oh gosh.
Are you
Why did I say
serious?
that?
A little
Are you
violent.
serious? It's so impossible to take your.
But anyway, that's what I really want to talk about because I don't know if anybody else has heard about this or not.
Hmm.
No, I
No.
don't think I have. Like, but then again, like I was out for a while so I had to get my food. So
I do know what to talk about though in terms of the NFL and people getting booed. This happened last night during the Giants game. First off, the Giants fucking suck. They suck ass.
In fact, they even had this lame ass excuse for why they lost against the Cowboys.
Yeah,
The weather was against us. Bullshit.
Brian Dable, shut up. And Daniel Jones, you shut up too. You're incompetent, Daniel Jones. Anyway,
oh my god.
the point I want to make is this has nothing to do with the game, but it's due to a billboard. It was on ESPN social media where the Taylor Swift shit, the promo for the fucking concert movie came up on the billboard, and everyone in that stadium booed it out of the fucking building. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Good. That's how you know the NFL fucking rigging the game because of her. I'm telling you right now. Enough with the money. Oh, because Swifties are watching the games. Now, I don't fucking care. We want to watch football. We don't want to watch the fucking TMZ.
We want to be entertained, damn it.
Okay, Maximus.
Well, actually, you want to roid rage over football. Damn it!
In a way,
Yep.
yeah.
Max,
Have
that's
you
really
guys
good.
seen football fans that literally get mad over the smallest things?
Cowboys fans.
No. No, I'm talking any kind of fan who takes.
Well, the
this
Cowboys,
shit.
Dallas Cowboys.
No, I'm not talking just the Cowboys. I'm talking about any football fan that is, whether they're with the Cowboys or not. I'm getting like sick and tired of certain fans that really take this way too far. You know what I mean?
That's the NFL for you.
Like
That's a thing.
it's not the NFL. I'm talking like legitimate people that
I mean the
like
fandom, not the NFL itself.
like I'm talking about people that that pay their hard-earned money, as it were, to go see a
Yes, the
football game.
Seahawks did have a good game. They're very good. Geno's
all
very good.
And all of a sudden, they get so riled up over the smallest shit, like over a football game. Like, it is not the end of the world.
Yeah, I've seen my fair share of those. Like, there was one time where the Cowboys lost last year. It was their first game, and they were like, there was people like literally beating the crap out of each other when the game was over because the Cowboys lost. I shit you not. There was video of evidence of it. I wish I could look it up. You know what? Let me try and find it. I'm gonna try and find it. I know there was evidence of it though. Dallas Cowboys fight. Let's put fight. It was last
Here's
year.
another thing I've also learned as of this past Sunday, according to Tom, that a Philly crowd, like I think it was during
is this the guy who got killed when he got punched?
No. Well, that is one of them, but no, not what I was going for. From what I've gathered and what I heard from Tom in my live chat, it said that a Philly crowd threw rocks at cancer patients.
Yikes!
And I'm like, in my head,
Wait,
I'm
cancer
like,
patients?
yeah, I'm not kidding.
Like
And I'm
patients who actually have like cancer or whatnot?
Yikes! That's horrible.
That's
Cancer.
Bit
How
fucked
can
up.
you do such a thing like that? Have some dignity.
No
Absolutely.
decency.
Yeah, don't
Pretty
be a
much.
dick.
There is no. You've
Yeah.
already lost your dignity when you do something like that. You need to have decency to show respect where it's due. Now, granted, I know there's some dickheads out there that may have cancer, but that doesn't mean nobody wishes it upon them. Okay? Cancer is cancer. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But that does not mean we're gonna go below the belt and say that they got what they deserve and throw rocks at them. No.
No.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
like
it's
like
real.
That's like beating a dead horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's totally not right because cancer is just real,
Yeah. Take
And the thing
now
is-
Tanner saying in the forum, take your head off. Should I call John Kramer? I want to talk about how Saw X is apparently the best reviewed Saw movie.
yeah.
I never fucking expected that to ever happen in my life.
I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't.
it's the best received Saw movie. People are saying this is better than the fucking original.
I was talking about this because I went and saw it with
Wait,
Saw
someone
Saw
reserve-
X with
someone reserve
one of my
seat.
best friends, and we were
Some-
saying that I think if Saw came out people have like softened on Saw in like recent years and hold it up like higher than like
Than most
when
of
it
the
originally
franchises.
came out. I think that like if maybe it came out now, that like reviews and stuff would be a little higher.
Yeah,
So,
and
by the
it's
way,
more higher than the creator, which is the
Hunter-
one I really wanted to see.
Also,
Mm.
Hunter also said this. Someone reserved seats in hell for them. Yeah, I
yeah.
agree with that statement. And because here's the thing, if there's also a lot of things that really piss me off about fans that I need to get off my chest real quick, because I know this ain't a topic, but I just rather get this off my chest while I got a chance. I've seen not one but 2 videos in like where you're in this building where a wrestling event is going on, and when a 10 bell salute is happening, someone has the unlitigated gall to try to either cheer about the death or simply say that. And I'm like, okay, because
Damn.
Damn.
there, I don't know if you guys are familiar with this one name.
Nah, probably not. I'm not.
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember, I'm not into that wrestling anymore. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't know if you heard of this individual, Ravishing Rick Rude. He was one of the greatest of all time. You know.
Yeah, I never heard of him.
No.
Dude, you should have seen him. He was a stud for the ladies, and let me tell you, his body, his face, he had the look of a guy who can dazzle the ladies with both his physique and his charisma. Now, he worked in all 3 companies during, when they were going through, the Monday Night Wars. He worked with, he worked for ECW,
WCW, WWF.
Yeah, at the time. And during that same time, and by the way, 97 was the same time when he, was seen on both episodes, simultaneously of Nitro and Raw's War, one night, because one was taped and the other was live.
Mm.
Now, Rick Rude had, sadly passed away somewhere in, I think, 1999, okay? Same year Owen Hart, in that.
Right, yeah.
There was a show going on in the Hammerstein Ballroom in an ECW event, and all of a sudden, there was this thing that happened where they were doing a 10 bell salute. There's this lady at the front row who whistled a little bit and laughed while the 10 bell salute was going. And then, yeah, I know, disrespectful. And then this is what happens. Bubba Ray Dudley, I know a lot of people may not like him, Bully Ray, or, considering his reputation, but you know what? Get this. You can hate the guy all you want, but the guy has a thing called honor and respect for those who have, been in this business, like Rick Rude. And what he did when he put that bitch in her place, you guys should see it to believe it, because I couldn't even say it on the show if I wanted to, but let's just say he used a lot on her, like from the ring all the way to that front row. Like he's saying, you sit there and claim to be a professional wrestling fan, yet you have the nerve to disrespect someone who's getting tribute. You should be ashamed of yourself. If I had it my way, I would take your fat, white, pimply ass and drag it up to the roof and throw up the 5th story of this building.
Oh, Jesus.
I am not kidding. And
shut up, cars outside. Shut up. There's cars going out my side. God damn it.
That's a new trend. Shut up, cars. And then there's this one. Everybody knows Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah.
Combat Zone Wrestling, an ultra-violent wrestling promotion, which is hardcore based and variant based of wrestling, but mostly hardcore. They were giving a 10 bell salute to Eddie Guerrero, And then all of a sudden, this dickhead somewhere in the crowd says, you know, out loud, once you're like 10 seconds into the you know, to the 10 bell salute, I think they were at 4 or 5, you know, bell sounds, and then the guy just shouts that. I'm like, are you kidding me? And then they were going like, hey, and then there were some fans going like, shut up, how dare you, you no good piece of shit. And then after the 10 bell salutes were over, then some people were saying, throw him out, and then everybody in that building was pissed. The wrestlers and the guy in the ring who asked to do the 10 bell salute in the ring was pissed. He said, you can do what you want. Next time you do something like that, I'll have this guy go at you. And then there's pointing the camera at the guy who did it, and he's like, that. I'm like, you disrespectful.
Sounds like a stoner. I don't know.
No, that is not a stoner. That is a heckler. That is a troll. That is not a wrestling fan. See, it's like the same thing for football. If you don't pay respect for people who have, you know, blazed a path for a lot of people, like in any industry, and don't show respect where it's due, even if you don't like them, just know you got to have some, you know, decency, not dignity, decency. This guy did not have the common courtesy and decency as a wrestling fan to show respect in silence for the 10 bell salute. But instead, he acts like a complete narcissistic little bitch, just saying that, especially during a tribute to one of the greatest of all time, Eddie Guerrero. So somebody goes like this, like, yo, shut the I'm talking, you know, like to the crowd because the crowd was going crazy. The guy goes, security, give that clown back his money and throw him out of the building. You angry mother! And I'm like, yes, do it, please. And then give that clown back his money. Tell me no longer welcome here, and I don't need that.
Oh boy. But I don't mean to interrupt you,
But yeah,
that's
all I wanted to say right there.
Okay. I don't mean to interrupt you right now, but I'm looking at Letterboxd right now. There's like people who already saw The Exorcist Believer, and I told you so. I told everybody. I told you so. I knew this was gonna get shit. I knew this was, and now it's getting shit. People are saying the editing is really bad. They're saying that they exploit an actual tragedy in the movie.
That film's available at where I go bowling at.
Well, what's the average rating for the movie so far?
There's no rating. I guess there's an embargo up, but
we're not doing Rotten Tomatoes.
We're not doing that. I'm doing Letterboxd. This is not Rotten Tomatoes.
No, that's why I'm asking. Like,
okay, Letterboxd is better.
If there's like a
and believe it or not, from what I'm understanding, you know how the movie's called The Exorcist Believer? Yeah, they played the song Believer by Imagine Dragons at the end of the fucking movie. Wow, talk about subtlety. Talk about fucking subtlety. Plus, that song sucks.
Say that again.
They play the song Believer by Imagine Dragons at the end of the movie.
Well, that's one way.
Subtlety.
That, I mean, like I said, that's one way to be subtle.
So yeah, I knew this was coming.
Let me ask you guys a question. What are you guys' thoughts of what I just had to tell you?
Well, it's fucked up pretty much.
Yeah.
That's
how I feel.
It's like why?
It's just also like extremely rude.
Yeah.
And you don't see me act like a rude person in real life.
Like, here's the thing. Like, for me, when I go into wrestling, I'm gonna pay respect to those where it's due, not because of, you know, like to give it to them immediately because they automatically earn it, but where it's due. I don't, and I'm not gonna sit there or stand there and interrupt something like a maniac and try to get attention to myself just because, I never got, because most of these guys who grow up at, they somehow don't get enough attention when they were a kid by their parents or their foster parents if they were, adopted. But, that's all there's to it.
So, yeah. Now, I guess I'll go because I have to talk about my story, okay? Because
Story time.
I saw my first A24 horror film since 2019.
Wait, are you sure you want to talk about this? I mean, like,
I'm going to talk about it. I am.
Jared's waiting and willing to do his topic.
Well, are you ready? William already did his topic.
Wait, he already did?
Oh my God, he was the first one to go.
I snored short.
Write it down. Write it down. William went first, then you. Now it's me, and then Jared.
Wow.
Put it down in your handy dandy notebook, bitch.
I thought you'd be thrilled that you'd be the main event, but whatever.
No, he forgot his handy dandy notebook. Oh.
So
no,
okay.
I got something that's handy dandy, and I don't want you to look at it either.
So apparently, what I'm going to talk about is that A24 horror film. Well, technically, I have seen an A24 film last year that was not horror. And that was Everything Everywhere All at Once, which, of course, I said was the most overrated film of the decade. Best Picture My Ass, as I called it several times before. Anyway, that's besides the point. I'm not going to go on a tangent on there yet. The movie I saw on Thursday night was the movie Talk to Me. It's an Australian horror film directed by, oh God, I can't pronounce these fuckers' names.
I look at it and I'm just like, Philip Popo.
No, just call him brothers.
The
YouTuber dudes.
The YouTubers, rocker, whatever the fuck you want to call them.
Call them the YouTube brothers.
Anyway, it's an Australian film that A24 did not actually finance. They got the distribution rights, but they did not finance the movie. And that's probably why the movie ended up the way it did. You see, I started up this movie thinking, oh, it's going to be the same old pretentious fucking bullshit. For the first time in a very long time, since maybe 2017, I saw an A24 film that I actually fucking liked. I did.
I told you.
I liked the movie. How is that even possible? When I saw it and the movie was over, I'm like, how is this humanly possible? How could they do this? They went through several years of just dog shit after dog shit. And then they come back and they do this? I was just like, I was floored on the floor. I'm just like, what the fuck? And that's probably because apparently this movie, like I said, it wasn't financed by A24 or anything. It was actually premiered at the Adelaide Film Festival, and it got into a bidding war. And the bidding war apparently was the bidding war. What happened was Universal was bidding on this movie. Universal was going to release this movie, but an A24 outbid them. I believe at Sundance, and then they released the movie. So the film, I don't know if anybody knows this, but it's basically about this girl. She's going through a lot. She just suffered through the death of her mother 2 years prior to the beginning of the movie. And one day, her and her friends go out to this party where this girl and one of her friends, two of her friends, I guess they're friends, but they have this hand, this hand. It's just a mysterious embalmed hand. It has like concrete. Well, not concrete, like cement all over it. Concrete, cement, I don't know what the fuck it has on it. But and then they touch the hand and say a few commands and they get possessed by the hand. It's a demonic hand. And what happens is that they duel around, they play a few jokes here and there, and people, they get obsessed with using it because they treat it, as a joke and everything. But as often happens in these supernatural entity horror films, you never fuck with supernatural entities because things go horribly wrong and it gets very brutal, very violent, very quickly, and people die. And it's just, it's an insane movie. It's an absolutely insane movie. You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of a Sam Raimi, like what Sam Raimi was doing horror films. Because Sam Raimi now is known for doing his superhero material. We got the Spider-Man trilogy and, of course, Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness. But before that, he did a lot of horror films. And like Evil Dead 2, Drag Me to Hell. I'm not going to count Darkman as a horror film. That's more of a superhero film, that too. Am I missing another that he did that was horror? Army of Darkness.
Yeah. Well, Army of Darkness is more like horror. Is where like they go more into comedy rather than horror because,
like I said, Darkman's not horror to me. It's a superhero movie.
Yeah.
And this goes back to that kind of work. There's even some shots they're taken directly kind of out of Sam Raimi. It's something Sam Raimi would have done, like some of the shots in the movie. And the characters are actually very well developed. They're very complicated people, but they're not overly obnoxious like most A24 films that involve teenagers, say 8th grader. Fucking Lady Bird. Lady Bird, Lady bitch, more like it. Anyway, the performances are very good. They're very, very good. Miranda Otto's in this movie. Anyone from Lord of the Rings, she's in this movie. And I haven't seen her in a film in a really long time, actually. In a really long time.
Wow.
She's good in this. She's really good. She plays the parent of one of the kids. Not the main character, not the parent of the main character, but one of the other parents. And the movie's just batshit insane and actually makes sense. It makes logical sense and is not fucking pretentious art house garbage. It's a genre movie. It's violent, very violent, and the dog is kind in the movie is kind of cute. They play Crazy Frog for some reason in the movie. You know, the ringtone of one of the main characters is fucking Crazy Frog. You remember Crazy Frog? Axel. Oh, that's Beverly Hills Cop too. But you know, the film's great, and it goes with a ballsy ending that actually makes sense, not some ambiguous metaphor or anything like that. And if you take it at face value, like I often always do with movies, I think it's still very well done. And people are saying, "Oh, this is a commentary on drug use." Take it straightforward like I did, and you'll have a good time, even if you don't take it as a drug metaphor, I guess. But I'm shocked to say that I'm gonna give Talk to Me a 4.5 out of 5. This is probably the best A24 film since A Disaster Artist. That was like 5 years ago. So I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I was shocked. I'm like, how can they go so long without a good movie and they make something great? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's bizarre. It was bizarre. I felt like I was in Bizarro Land. Like in Superman, Bizarro Land. Yeah, that shit. So
Yeah,
I also saw what?
I also like too how like they did like a unique spin on the possession.
Yeah, because the
subgenre.
possession movies are really generic these days. Talking to you, Conjuring Universe. Why do they need to make fucking all these spin-offs? The Nun 2, oh, it's better than the original. It's better than the original. It was a fucking hyperbole because apparently it got bad reviews. Again!
Yeah, and I also like too how like they use like
It's the same fucking hyperbole they use for The Flash, actually. So Warner Brothers, stop falsely advertising your fucking movies and using clout to promote your movies. Thank you. Fuck off, Zaslav. Anyway.
Yeah, and the great use of psychological horror after, you know, the plot kicks in was handled really well. And
it was handled very well. It wasn't pretentious or anything like that.
Yeah, and it keeps you nailed by until like the big reveal, which literally makes sense.
Well, it's not really a big reveal. The ending is pretty, like, it's not a twist. To me, it's not a twist. Sorry, it's not a twist. I mean, you saw it coming. It's you think about it psychologically, it makes sense.
Yeah, but as soon as I got out of the theater, I was like actually thinking to myself, I should probably give it a rewatch too, because I don't know, it just leaves me thinking.
And also, apparently, A24 only had the U.S. rights. The ones that released it, say, for example, in Australia, was Umbrella Entertainment, which I believe they do a lot of stuff. Like, they distribute a lot of films, Australian films. So, A24 only always has a U.S. distribution. So, technically, that's probably why it was good, because A24 didn't finance it!
Yeah, and it was also a huge surprise when I saw it that summer. And it's a movie that I'll most likely getting on Blu-ray too.
Yeah, it's very good. It's very, very, very good.
It's very good.
So I don't get why they're making sequels though. I don't. Because apparently, what happened was that the Philippupu, they already filmed a prequel movie about the character of Duckett, who's the main character of the beginning, the opening scene. It involves that character, and it's going to be about his story. I'm just like, okay, they already show what happened to him. I mean, what's the point? And they later said that they were doing a fucking sequel, which that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. Is it about the scene at the end of the movie where it involves the other guys in fucking Norway or whatever? I mean, there was like the last scene take place in fucking Norway or something like that. But yeah, I don't understand why there's sequels to this, but I liked this first movie. I liked it. So 4.5 out of 5. I also saw Gran Turismo the other day. I loved it. I absolutely loved this. Is Neil Blomkamp's best film in over a decade. I'm serious. It's his best film in over a decade.
I agree.
Probably best film since District 9, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
Because everything after that, except for maybe Elysium, has been really bad. Looking at you, Chappie.
Yeah,
but I won't go into Gran Turismo that much further. It's getting well liked by pretty much everybody who's seen it. It's great. The drone shots are great. The racing's great. The acting's great. All that good stuff. It's really good. So,
I also like too how they like during the racing sequence they incorporate like the video game elements along with like the racing sequences.
Yeah, they've incorporated some of the shit from the game exactly. And
that's cool.
Yeah,
it's very interesting how they do it, and it's the most confident I've seen Neil Blomkamp direct a movie in a very long time. It's clear that he was passionate about it. So, and it also it doesn't feel like an ad for Gran Turismo at all. It feels like a tribute to the game, as well as being this based on a true story, racing, sports kind of experience. So I would recommend it. It's a 4.5 out of 5 too. There you go. Why all these movies are coming out like late in the game? Like I said, 2023 was one of the worst years for movies ever, and yet these movies come out so late in the year. I'm just like, wow. That's why they put all the shit out at the beginning of the year. Anyway, Jared, go ahead.
All right. So before I go on to like my main topic, I'll just quickly show off a new 4K that I got. I was just going through Best Buy or whatever, and I was like, I might get something. So I got one of the cheaper ones, the cheapest that you can get. And I came away with the 4K of Psycho.
Nice.
Psycho? Yeah, at least it's not. Does it have the Gus Van Sant movie on it?
No, but what's interesting about this, I wasn't aware of this. This comes with 2 versions of the movie.
I don't know
if they have done this before with the previous Blu-ray release or not.
I don't know. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, it says Alfred Hitchcock's most shocking film includes the uncut theatrical version.
Huh.
What does that mean?
So there's
two
versions
cut
of Psycho.
version that we saw. The whole movie we saw the entire time was a fucking cut version.
Well, so Psycho Uncut, the extended version of the movie as seen in theaters in 1960, is exactly as intended by Alfred Hitchcock and now available with additional footage. And then there's the other cut of the movie, Psycho. The most widely seen version of the movie was edited for content and subsequently used for TV broadcasts, theatrical re-releases, and home entertainment over 60 years.
Wait. Who's got a hitch of a cock?
Oh no, not a hitching of a cock. No. So you're telling me the Psycho I watched, the Psycho I started scared shitless 5 years ago with, was an edited version of the fucking movie?
It might be. I'm
definitely. Wow, I've been lied to my whole life.
Definitely, when I watch this, I'm definitely going to watch the theatrical cut, or not. Well, I'm going to watch the edited cut, and then I'm going to watch the theatrical cut to see what exactly. It's probably more extra shots with
blood,
everything.
Black and white blood.
I almost feel like that,
goo.
But I'm like, I don't know. That was like really interesting to me, and like, because like I didn't even look at that until I bought it. I was just like, oh, Psycho. Okay.
I was going to say something too, that the first time I saw Psycho, I think they aired it on AMC and then that was back in.
Well, of course, they
2014.
edited for television. Of course,
And that was
it's
mostly
fucking
edited.
AMC.
And I could tell.
So
But yeah, I'm looking at this and I'm like that's really cool. But I'm
does
excited
it involve
to
finding a
watch this. I'll
stranger in the
probably
Alps? Oh no, fuck you!
Oh.
Oh, you
Oh,
see what
geez.
happens there when you fuck a stranger in the ass?
I will definitely be watching this sometime during October or whatever. But
Nice.
Weird.
and at some point I might either message you, Victor, or somebody just to
As
be
long
like,
as me and
what?
William are not talking about Lost in our private chat, because
Yes.
we're talking about it. He was talking to me about how in episode 6, House of the Rising Sun, when Charlie gets the bees all over his face,
Oh,
and I
gee.
told him how dated the effect
Oh god,
was.
they were aged like pretty
They
bad.
were, it's clear that it wasn't on his face. It clear that it was like maybe CGI, maybe not. Maybe it was just some weird thing they did on videotape because the quality looked different compared to when it was on film or any other shot. So
Like it would have been better though too if they cleared real life bees.
then again, the show was already expensive as it was, so they probably
And-
didn't want to, But anyway, yeah, I just told them about that story. I was like, oh my god, that doesn't age well. We're saying something because the effects for the pilot, when you see Kate's perspective of the crash, particularly holds up very well, very well.
Ooh.
So, anyway, I'm
And,
not interrupting.
As for
You
my
always
main
do.
topic, it's it's the beginning of a new month,
Yes.
and for me, that usually means I review a new Disney movie on the channel.
Okay.
And that so happens to be the final film in the package film era, also more commonly known as the wartime era,
Oh,
mostly.
package features. Oh, nobody. Well, not
And
necessarily
so that
everybody likes them,
means
but
it's time for another ranking.
yes, I've never waiting for this.
Nice.
Now, I can't really say much in terms of how my girlfriend would rank these because we didn't really she rated the previous
So-
ones because they were all on
Memorable.
the 1001 movies list.
So let me
But yeah.
so let me guess. Your girlfriend does all the rankings for you, and you just sit there like,
No. But I could tell you she didn't like any of these really. When
"I rest my
Donald
case."
when Donald Duck showed up, she just kind of sighed, which I understand.
She hates Donald Duck.
Wow, that's racist.
but yeah.
And wait, hold on. It's also Disney evil racist.
So yeah.
You were not accidental anyway.
After Disney's, golden age, which went from Snow White all the way to Bambi, it was their first 5 films. Disney entered, well, not Disney, but the U.S. entered World War II.
And that means no more movies. I mean, probably they could do movies, but you probably go over budget. We got to go support the war.
So, a lot of the stuff with Disney at that time was a lot of their people got drafted. And the people that stayed were basically hired on to make propaganda films for the U.S. government.
Oh dear, what does that remind me of?
And because of that, a lot of their stuff that they were working on, like Cinderella and Alice in Wonderland and that kind of stuff, got put on hold for a later time. And then also there was things where on their previous films they were losing money because they weren't open to the European market because of World War II and stuff
Fantasia
going
in particular was a very expensive movie because they wanted to create Fantasound, I think it was called, the early development of surround sound and stuff like that.
So basically they were loaned $3 million or something like that, or something close to that. and they had to like eventually pay that off, and they paid that stuff off with a lot of these package films. And basically it was, the whole idea was like, you just take a bunch of shorts, put them together to kind of make a cohesive sort of, you know, movie, like based on a particular theme or whatever. And
Basically
then
an anthology movie, pretty
Yes.
much.
And the first two that were released were actually like part of Disney's Goodwill tour to South
Goodwill,
America.
I like that store. I find VHS tapes there.
So, like, during this era, you have Saludos Amigos, The Three Caballeros, which kind of work as companion films because they're both like South American based and deal and have Donald Duck in both of them, and Jose Carico, the talking parrot person guy thing. But anyway, and then after that you have Make My Music, which still to this day is the only Disney animated film not to be on Disney Plus. And
Really?
Yeah.
And until recently with the Disney Movie Club, I think, or maybe I'm getting this wrong, but the DVD and like VHS releases of it have cut out the first short that's in that movie.
How come? Music rights or something?
I don't know. The first short is like inspired by like the Hatfield and McCoy's feud.
Weird. That is.
But yeah,
that is fucking weird.
But it's the only one that's not on Disney Plus, so it's like I had to watch it like through YouTube and stuff because it is. I found it on YouTube. Somebody just uploaded it and everything, and Disney hasn't found it yet.
Yeah, I saw your review, and you were like talking about it too.
And then,
perfect.
And then there's let's see, shit.
I wish
the Jack and the Beanstalk one.
That's
Fun and Fancy Free.
Fun and Fancy Free. Mickey and the Beanstalk.
Yes.
There you go.
Probably
the most famous segment of all these package features.
Melody Time, which Melody Time is the only one of these that I actually grew up with. I had a VHS copy of Melody
because it was
Time.
released in the Masterpiece Collection around '98.
Yep.
I had a DVD,
and that's how I got it, and I watched that all the time. It's one of my favorites. That is not like a great movie.
Yeah, because none of these movies are particularly good.
And then finally we have the last one that they made before they went back to full on like one single film features. The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toe, which has the famous Sleepy Hollow segment.
Yeah, nobody talks about Mr. Toad. Nobody talks about him.
Yeah, and when you watch my review, I struggled to find really much to say about Mr. Toad, so I kind of gloss over him in the review. But
dear.
So
well,
in
what's
terms
what's there to talk about Mr. Toad other than his genital warts?
Oh.
So yeah, in terms of ranking these movies, and it's changed a bit since I did like rankings like 3 years ago on like all the different eras when I was doing that. At the bottom, we have my least favorite. It's one of my least favorite Disney movies. Some people do enjoy this. Like it has pretty okay reviews and everything, but it's The Three Caballeros.
Oh. Wow.
It's kind of a nightmare to watch, in my opinion, because it's really like it's colorful, it's energetic, the music's really nice and everything, but after about 15 minutes I am like exhausted to the point where like I just want the movie to end. Like it feels like, and I even mentioned this when there's a segment in Melody Time that deals with the Three Caballeros. I like that short because it's nice and short and energetic, and you get in and you get out. Here, you're watching this for
Over
90 minutes, and it's just frustrating.
Ugh.
And I like there's people that are going to be like, really, it's not bad or anything, and I don't think it's bad. I just don't enjoy watching it. Like, it's the only one that I really struggled watching.
Wow.
After that, we have Make Mine Music, which is the one that, you know, isn't on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
This is kind of their first attempt at doing a another Fantasia with more contemporary kind of music, but it's not always contemporary. Sometimes it's like Peter and the Wolf, which is like a orchestral piece that's, you know, not really jazzy or anything, like a lot of the songs. And the segments in this are, some of them are really good and everything, but mostly just forgettable. And it's a very forgettable movie, which is funny because Disney has forgotten to put it on Disney Plus.
That's like no,
It's just very bland. But like it has some fun stuff here and there, and also there might be like a few shots here and there that show like a fully naked girl getting into her clothes, but you know. Hey, so yeah,
so much for family friendly.
There's that, and then next I would say Fun and Fancy Free.
Mickey and the Beanstalk in particular. Yeah, it's
Mickey and the Beanstalk is really good, and the animation is really great in that. This movie in particular, like it initially started as two ideas for like feature film ideas. There was going to be Bongo, the circus bear, which was going to originally be like a sequel of sorts to Dumbo, but with Bongo. And then they just, you know, obviously with all the stuff going on with World War II and the aftermath of that, they just put it in as a short. And I find the Bongo short extremely boring, and it's overlong, and like it's just not that interesting. But the Mickey and the Beanstalk, like on its own, really solid. But in between all of that, there's this weird live action segment that like creeps me out.
Isn't this the one with the fucking the dummy?
Yes, it's with the talking dummies, and the girl is having a tea party with this man that is with these puppets, and I feel like she's being held hostage. And
call Chris Hansen.
It makes me very uncomfortable. But yeah, the Mickey and the Beanstalk, like, it's, you see the movie for that segment, but also you can see the segment without it, and also the narration is different in the short than the version that's in the movie. Because like the narration matches the narration from that little tea party thing, and I'm like, I don't like those characters. I don't want to be anywhere near them. They creep me out. So I'd be interested in watching the actual short with that's not tied to this movie.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's better to see that rather than freaking creepy dummies.
And then next after that is so some people might be surprised because some people don't really care for this, but I actually think it's really cool. But I liked it more when I saw it the first time. Upon rewatches, it's just like I'm just like getting through it, but at least it's like 45 minutes, and that is Saludos Amigos, which is the only Disney animated feature film that is under an hour long.
Wow.
This was basically the start of their Goodwill tour, and it kind of is like sort of like a documentary of sorts, and what's cool about it is it documents kind of the creative process. Like they're going to South America, visiting all these different places, and it shows the animators getting ideas for stuff. And then they draw all that stuff, and you see kind of like the finished product. They're like, oh, wouldn't it be interesting if we told a story about, like, we're on a plane. What if, like, it was a story about this plane that had to, you know, carry mail from, you know, one part of South America
to... 815. I'm sorry. I had to do it. I'm sorry.
Different plane.
They probably still have mail on it.
I like that kind of stuff, but like at the end of the day, like it was really fresh and cool when I first saw this like 4 years ago. It doesn't hold up as well now. Now we get to the stuff that I think does hold up. I think these are good, like actually like good movies, and some people. Like I think most people say that the best one of that era is either maybe like Fun and Fancy Free, or at least The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad because of the Sleepy Hollow segment. But I'm putting Sleepy Hollow at number 2, or at least Adventures of Ichabod and Mr.
Sleepy
Toad
Hollow,
at number 2.
That's Tim Burton you're talking about. Tim Burton.
This I really like. And again, the Wind in the Willows segment with Mr. Toad is fine. The animation is beautiful though. Like this is some of the best animation of this era, which isn't filled with like the best kind of animation, but it's the closest they've gotten at this point to going back to the animation from like their golden age. It's really pretty. The Mr. Toad segment is also really funny, but at the same time, I forget about it as soon as I watch it.
I feel that way sometimes about certain things.
Now for the Sleepy Hollow segment, that shit's good. I love the music, the song, the Headless Horseman song that Brom Bones sings is like, it's so catchy, and like it builds like this really nice atmosphere, and I really love that kind of stuff. And I think it tells the Sleepy Hollow story very well, to the point where there's not many adaptations of Sleepy Hollow out there, but like
Sleepy Hollow, the 99 one, because it changes it fucking completely.
Yes, but this is kind of like the quintessential.
Like a police guy, I believe he's a policeman.
This is like the quintessential like version of this story. It's kind of like when people think of Robin Hood, a lot of people like think of the Disney Robin Hood.
A lot of people think of Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves too.
Yeah, but like I kind of like that the version that is thought of is obviously like the Disney version, and I think it's really iconic and really good. And I first watched this short like back when we were reading The Legend of Sleepy Hollow in like 7th grade English class, and we watched
Something
this.
tells me I saw it too, just that particular segment when I was in the 4th grade, 5th grade maybe. I don't remember.
But really solid. First half is okay, but still all right. But then like that second half is really good. And then finally, it might just be because of nostalgia, but it is Melody Time is my favorite out of the entire
that's not very popular.
Film era.
That's not a very popular opinion.
A lot of the shorts are I find to be like all like memorable and energetic and fun. but in particular, it has two of my favorite like things that Disney has ever done in it, which is the Johnny Appleseed short, which obviously tells the story of Johnny Appleseed, and the music in it is so like uplifting and just like I don't know, in terms of like animation and everything, and just it makes you feel good. Like I feel good while watching that short. It's incredible to me. And I get a huge nostalgic rush while watching it, which helps a lot too. And then also the Pecos Bill segment, which kind of ends the movie, is like really, really good. It's really funny, and it has a live action segment with a lot of like big like stars that were like in like a lot of westerns at the time.
John Wayne? Nah.
I would.
I
can't even remember their names now, but there's like a lot of good atmosphere.
Clint Eastwood. Nah, just kidding.
It kind of starts like the short and everything with the live action segment, and where it didn't work in Fun and Fancy Free, it works here with like informing the story, and like I just think it's really good and everything, and I'm like, yeah, it's not everybody's favorite, but it's my favorite. And that's what matters.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my ranking. So just to reiterate, it's you have the Three Caballeros at the bottom, Make Mine Music, Fun and Fancy Free, and then Saludos Amigos, The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad, and then finally Melody Time as my absolute favorite. And before I finish off what I'm saying and everything, I do want to bring this up.
Okay.
Because I'll announce this here. So, last year, people that have watched my channel, watch it regularly or whatever, might have realized that I didn't put out much reviews last year. I kind of took a little bit of a break. And because of that, I only did one review for Halloween, and that was the Halloween review that I do on every Halloween. I'm bringing back my Halloween reviews for this month. You will be getting, let's see, you'll be getting a review every week on Saturdays now, and an extra one for Halloween where I'll be reviewing Halloween 6. Both cuts of the
Halloween 6? You sadistic son of a bitch! The Curse of Michael Myers!
Wow.
Both cuts.
That's Halloween 6, ain't it?
Yep.
Why? Why couldn't you review H2O? Or, then again, H2O is talked about a lot, and Halloween Resurrection. Fuck Halloween Resurrection.
Because I'm doing them in order.
There's a scene in this movie that reminded me of Halloween, in Eragon, that reminded me of Halloween Resurrection. We'll get to it.
Oh.
It did.
Why couldn't you talk about this? The classic.
I'll go ahead
and
and
get the clip out, too. God damn, I'm gonna fucking download that shit.
Look at this shirt right here.
But, I'll go ahead and like kind of mention off like what I will be reviewing because I've made a list. So obviously it kind of worked with the Halloween season and everything, like the spooky season, mostly because of the first half or the second half. But obviously it's going to be the Disney review of The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. Because I'm like, it's a movie that I think of like when it gets around like fall, and like it just kind of has that aesthetic, despite the first story not really being like too spooky or anything. Then next week, I will be reviewing what actually might be my favorite movie of John Carpenter's, and it is not one you would think.
Oh, it's not The Thing. Darn it.
It's his very underappreciated, underrated movie. in the Mouth of Madness.
I knew it.
Oh,
I knew it.
Yeah, that's where they got the title for
Jared.
Doctor Strange to the Multiverse of Madness. Where they got
Jared.
the title from.
Jared,
Mhm.
I knew it.
Isn't that the one with Sam Neill? Is
Yes.
this Alan Grant?
Yes.
Wow.
So
I've
then
never seen it. So
I love that movie.
And then after that, I will be reviewing, because of the new movie that just came out, Saw.
oh yeah, Saw 10.
I want to play a
I mean, the first Saw, it's good, but the acting's a little questionable. Lee, when I'm
Mhm.
looking at you,
I actually
Saw
rewatched the
2
first
is
movie.
decent, but Saw 3 was my favorite. And then everything else, fuck that. Well, I'm gonna have to watch those movies now because Saw 10 is barely fucking excellent.
Mm.
So there you go. Saw.
Then I will be reviewing Ringu,
Not the Ring.
Oh, the
Not
Japanese
the
version.
Ring.
The Japanese
the
version.
Japanese version.
Yes,
Okay.
that's a great one.
Yeah, I heard
'Cause-
I heard the good things about the Ringu, but I've only seen the American version.
Yeah,
Same.
I wanted to do something because I'm like, I haven't done like a whole lot of like foreign films like on my channel. I was like, this is my chance to, finally like, right some wrongs a little bit.
Yeah.
Then, obviously, Halloween 6.
Oh,
both
dear
versions.
God.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the
So-
producer's cut is worse than the theatrical cut. If that makes any difference, the theatrical version is actually better than the fucking producer's cut, which is not. That's hard for me to say.
And I can attest to that too.
I mean, what they do at the end of that movie in the producer's cut, it's disgusting. It's
Oh my God.
disgusting. And
They-
they knew that was gonna happen too in real life too. I won't get into that, but you probably know what it is. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna say it. It's we've been out since '95. I don't care. They made like Michael possesses Dr. Loomis or something like that.
Yes. They
Yeah, Donald
passed the
Pleasance was
curse
fucking
down
dying.
on Loomis.
He possesses Loomis, and they knew that Donald Pleasance was dying, so it's really fucking disrespectful.
And it was also Donald Pleasant's like final film, I believe.
Yeah, because he was fucking dying.
Yeah, it's stupid.
It's disgusting.
Oh my-
It's like it's deplorable. Like, what were you thinking, Miramax? Well, not Miramax. Who's the fucking producer? Akkad? What his last name? What the fuck? That guy?
It was
he's some
Mustafa Akkad at that point.
Mustafa
Wasn't it?
Akkad. That's the fucking producer of these movies. That's the producer's cut. And
Because Malik Akkad, his first one was the Rob Zombie Halloween.
oh, for that even fucking worse.
Don't get
Rob
me started.
Zombie. Yo, Rob Zombie Halloween 2. That's a fucking cake. No, it's not a cakewalk. Halloween 6 is a cakewalk compared to that movie.
Don't get me started.
White horse. White horse. Would you want the polar bear or the white horse?
Polar bear.
Don't make me choose between the two, Victor.
It's
hard.
easy. You pick the polar bear. At least he did nothing
He's
wrong.
nice
but
and
Sawyer-
cuddly.
Yeah,
And-
but then
you know,
Sawyer shot
they're
it.
At
considered
least-
the best. They're definitely considered the best bears on the planet.
I love
Not the most vicious.
No,
obviously.
Vincent the dog is
No.
the best animal on American television, bitch. Vincent the dog, he's the best character. Well, not the best. Maybe
Well-
the best character on Lost, maybe. But the best dog on American television.
that
period.
dog is so adorable.
All right,
So,
and
yeah.
that's the end of my topic.
I'm trying to download the fucking clip for Halloween Resurrection I'm gonna need. So I'm gonna need more time. So hopefully this commercial break will do me time, okay? Give me a moment, okay? We'll be right back.
The most fearsome beast is your strongest ally. For you are a dragon rider. Play Eragon, the video game, and become the Dragon Rider. Your destiny awaits. Rated T for teen.
Got another one here. Oh, whoa, whoa. Get the net. There he is. Got it. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah. Okay. Who wants to clean and debone him? I'll do it. What gives? You want to do it? Just wait till you see what I've got. It's the Wonder Boner. The Wonder Boner? Oh, you laugh now. Just watch. You just assemble the Wonder Boner stainless steel rods like this. You take the fish, find the top of the spine, then you slide him through the ring on the Wonder Boner, and voila!
The Wonder Boner. My wife would like that.
Well, I think the Wonder Boner's a winner.
So, Dave, where did you get the Wonder Boner?
It's funny you should ask.
Stop it!
I got so much nostalgia seeing that commercial. I forgot about that.
What the?
By the way, the commercial was in an edited form. I cut out significant parts because it goes on forever. I cut it to the point where the important parts were there.
My wife would like that.
Oh my god, Wonder! Obviously I picked the Eragon video game because it's the fucking movie.
I played that video game. I own it, and I also played the DS version.
Oh god, is the game any good? I probably think it's not.
I mean,
good at all.
it's like
probably
it's
better
another
than the movie, though.
It's another like Lord of the Rings, Two Towers, and Return of the King clone.
Oh right, those games, especially Return of the King, where the fuck you could play multiple characters and just beat the shit out of certain things.
Yes.
Oh dear, but tonight is going to be one of those nights where fucking just this film is just it's an experience. It's a fucking experience. That's what it is. It's an experience, but I will never forget. Although I did forget it. To be fair, I did forget this whole fucking movie. But the sooner we get it done, the faster I can get back to Lost. Okay, this is I can go back to my rewatch. I can go watching White Rabbit. I can watch Jack fucking try to find his freaking dad, even though he's not fucking there. Where are you? That line was fucking 80 yard. Let's just review fucking Eragon.
There was a time when the world lived in peace, protected by warriors astride mighty dragons. You're the next dragon rider. Gather my army, leave no one alive.
You're the only one who can save us.
What was once your life is now your legend.
We fight as one!
Eragon, rated PG, December 15th, only in theaters.
Fuck me in the dragon ass.
Oh my god. Look, that commercial was just so generic too. I mean, it was like why was this PG first and foremost? This definitely felt more like a PG-13 and not a PG to me. It didn't feel like a PG. Like there were commercials that were targeting the little twerps back when this came out, even though I fucking saw this movie back in 2007. And not in theaters, because if I saw this in theaters, but I saw it when it came out on DVD. That's when I started. Then again, why am I talking about my story? Let's just get to the base before I get to anything else. Eragon is a 2006 action fantasy film directed by Stefan Fangmeyer in his directorial debut, which is also his last film he's ever done in terms of directing, and written by screenplays by Peter Buckman, whose only other credit was for Jurassic Park 3. No wonder this shit fucking sucks, because Jurassic Park 3 also sucks. Starring Ed Spielers, Jeremy Irons, Sienna Guillory, Robert Carlyle, Jaimin Hansu, Gareth Hedlund, Joss Stone, Rachel Weisz, and John Malkovich, which is just standing there for 5 probably all his scenes in a fucking day. He's just walking around saying doing the same old shit, and it doesn't work for a fantasy film. Anyway, the movie was released on December 15th, 2006 by 20th Century Fox, aka Tom Rothman Studio Mandate Project up the ass, especially in 2006. Budget was $100 million. It only made $250.4 million, making it a flop because you have to consider the marketing. Because the marketing, when this movie came out, I remember it was everywhere. So it had to cost at least $100 million on top of the marketing. So obviously, that didn't work out too well. Anyway, the plot of the movie is this. Eragon, a poor farm boy, lives in Allegasia, a kingdom ruled by John Malkovich's character. I'm not going to bother pronouncing that fucking name again.
Galbatorix.
Galbatorix. Okay, thank you. A powerful but evil monarch who essentially is fucking Darth Vader, and I'll get to that in a minute.
Oh.
One day, Eragon discovers a beautiful stone, which he soon realizes is a dragon's egg. When the creature hatches, Eragon sets forth on a path that could restore the glory of his homeland's legendary dragon riders and perhaps overthrow Galbatorix. It has a 16% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Even though Rotten Tomatoes, why am I keep on saying Rotten Tomatoes? Even though it's a fucking great site, I don't know. 5.1 out of 10 on IMDb, 1.7 out of 5 on Letterboxd. That's ugly.
Ooh.
That's an ugly.
Oh my god.
Where do I begin?
Fucking Eragon.
Where do I begin? Where do I begin with this? I mean, like I said,
I didn't hate this movie as much as you guys.
No, I fucking hated it.
I hate it. Ew.
I mean, there are a couple of things I liked about it, but not much. Not much. But in terms of my story with this movie, I remember when this movie was coming out. I remember the video game. I remember that. I remember I saw this movie back when it was released. When I rented it back in March 2007 at Blockbuster when it was still around. And I remember liking the movie, but I was only 7 years old, and I haven't seen this film since until last night. Well, not last night, yesterday. Last afternoon. I haven't seen this movie in over a decade. And no, almost 2 decades. Almost 2 decades. And this film is just a fucking disaster. It's a mess. It is so messy. I'll start by saying this. This movie, and by extension the novels are victim of this too. It's just fucking Star Wars all over again. Let's face it, folks. It's fucking Star Wars. It's what it is.
Yeah.
It's Star Wars, but with a fantasy setting and also ripping off a little bit of Lord of the Rings, but it's mostly Star Wars. Let's think about it for a second. Eragon is Luke Skywalker. He's a poor farm boy, just like Luke Skywalker. The princess, even though the princess in this movie is fucking garbage compared to Leia, she pretty much fits the Leia archetype, even though in this movie she does fucking nothing. Gareth Hedlund's character is pretty much Han, even though we barely see him. He doesn't come in until 30 minutes before the end of the movie. You also got Jeremy Irons' character of Braun, who's pretty much Obi-Wan. You got Robert Carlyle, who's pretty much a mixture of a little bit of Vader and mostly of Tarkin. It reminded me of both of them combined together. John Malkovich, well, let's just say he's fucking Darth Vader.
Or the Emperor.
Or Palpatine. Or Palpatine. Or Palpatine. Or Voldemort. I don't fucking know.
Oh,
But
God.
And then the dragon, forget the fucking name right now, but it's pretty much like the Force. It's the lightsaber or the Force or whatever. It's both the lightsaber and the Force, except it fucking talks.
Now, I will defend this a little bit, because at the end of the day, it's very easy. It's so easy to make comparisons to Star Wars because everybody says it. And the thing is, even reading the books, the influences are there. Obviously, like when you're 15 years old and everything, you take influences from what you like. And making Star Wars but in fantasy is not like a horrible idea. You take things that you like and do something different with them. And I think in terms of the books, even though they do feel a little like similar and stuff, they are still following the hero's journey, which is not something created by Star Wars.
It's not new at all.
Because
it's came out. The novels came out before fucking.
You are always going to have the young person going on an adventure that has an old wise figure that is going to help them. There's maybe going to be a supernatural power. But here's the thing, and I'll say this, and then like kind of be done with talking about like the books, because I want to talk about the movie. I'm not going to
compare it to the books. This is not my adaptation. I shouldn't compare it to anything.
I mean, I never read the books, and I don't think I will, because I remember looking at those books when I was at a book fair when I was in elementary school. I was like, oh, okay, this book fair seems pretty cool. But I was mostly into like Harry Potter and stuff. But
these books are pretty solid books. They're not the best books in the world, but I have to give Paolini a lot of credit to be 15 years old.
I'll give him.
Write a fucking book. I'm like, that's awesome.
And also go work his ass off to promote it and then get published by a major publisher.
When you read these two books, one feels a lot like A New Hope, obviously, and the other feels a lot like Empire Strikes Back.
So there's no Return of the Jedi.
But when you get to Brissinger, by this point in time, he's like 24 years old. He's gotten a lot older. He's been able to improve a lot.
Okay.
The first couple chapters feel a little bit like Jabba's palace.
Oh God, is there going to be the
before
expanding CGI karaoke bullshit
and changing enough
Oh,
to where it feels like its own thing, while still keeping close to what his original outline was supposed to be? Because these were originally supposed to be one book, the last two.
Yeah.
But that said, too, when you read that first book, when you look at the bare bones of the story, the Star Wars comparisons are very easy to make. And it makes it even easier to, see those comparisons when you take a big book like that and condense it down to an hour and 40-minute movie where it's the bare bones of the story.
Speaking of which,
and you realize, it's just Star Wars.
Before we move on from the Star Wars comparisons, I have a feeling why Fox made this movie. I have a feeling. Because remember, back in 1977, Fox thought Star Wars was never going to do well. If I was going to flop. So they sold all of the marketing copyright to Lucas. Lucas made a fortune off the merchandise. It's been proven before. He made a shit ton of money, and Fox was only getting a bare minimum of the profits, only basically distributing the films. That's all they had the rights to. I feel like they made this movie because this is after Episode 3. The Star Wars franchise, as we knew it, was over at that point. Over, quote unquote, over. And they wanted their next Star Wars. This is why Fox greenlit the movie. I think that's almost like Star Wars, except it's a fantasy setting, so you can also capitalize on Lord of the Rings. You want that kind of franchise, you put two and two together, bam, it's going to make a lot of money. Too bad they fucked it up with studio interference.
Yeah, and let's not forget, too, they also had planned sequels, but they never got that out of the floor.
We'll get to that. Nope. Trust me, we'll get to that. So I guess I'm going to start by talking about, the story. It feels like, taking out the Star Wars comparisons, let's face it, be real here. The plot of this movie feels all over the place. It is all over the place.
It's also generic as hell.
It is generic, and also
it really is.
The pacing in this movie is horrendous. At times it feels slow, and other times it feels too fucking fast. Like it feels like it's rushed, especially the last half an hour. It's like they're just going for this. It's like fucking rapid fire. I'm just like, calm down.
I was mostly confused.
Also, the last half an hour is actually like the last or is actually like the second half of the book. So they even take out that much. But yeah.
Oh my God.
Enough about the book.
Like literally, they meander around for literally an hour, and then in the last 40 minutes, they're just like, let's go, rapid fire, Let's get these characters to do it. Most of the characters are not very well developed. They're not. Gareth Hedlund got fucking wasted. He's supposed to be kind of like Eragon's best friend or whatever. You don't fucking buy it because it's only in the fucking last 30 minutes of the movie. It's just like, oh my God, like this should have been at the very least 2 hours and 20 minutes, and that's the minimum. To get everybody in there and kind of, make it more of an ensemble piece. It just meanders along too much. It really does. It does feel like The Last Airbender in a way. It does. In terms of the rushing through things.
Yeah.
In a way, yes.
Or stealth even too. It's just
God,
like
stealth. God, stupid plane.
Oh.
Anyway, the characters, they don't feel like, especially like John Malkovich in this movie. like I said before, I felt like he filmed all his scenes in one day. In all one day. He's in the same fucking set the entire time.
Yeah.
So he's just meandering around. It's basically an extended cameo. He's just like, I'm evil
To
and blah, I'm gonna do
me,
this.
to me in this movie, the worst scenes to me, the scenes that I am truly like, this is like horrible, are the scenes with just the villains. I am talking about the scenes with
It's pretty
John
bad, but I have a couple
Malkovich
of other
and
scenes that are
Robert
even worse.
Carlyle.
Robert Carlyle is a great fucking actor. You wasted him too.
Those scenes, and also again, but those were scenes like invented for the movie, and I'm like, I think that shows something a little bit. But
Like-
yeah, they're just like, they feel so out of place or whatever, and so unnecessary.
Especially the ending, which we'll get to later. Oh my god, it's completely out of place.
Oh god. Like
I'll get to that. Trust
yeah,
me.
Jared. Like speaking of villains, like unintentionally hilarious. Like you know how like the guy was like holding a figure up against one of his minions, and then he disintegrated, and the face he was making. I was laughing
Oh my
of how
God.
bad the visual effects looked.
Also,
the visual-
you
So
should
bad.
look up. Speaking of like the villains and stuff, or like the like minions, you should look up what they're supposed to look like versus what they look
They
like.
probably look like generic guys.
Yes,
movie.
and they're supposed to like be like kind of like orcs, but they're supposed to have like ram horns, and they're supposed to be creatures. These are just guys in weird makeup.
They look like retarded warlocks, more like it.
Like, it's kind of embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, my God, those were like some of the worst visual. I'll go as far as saying like
the
this is
visual.
worst visual effects I've
I'm
ever
actually
seen.
going to defend the movie a little bit with the visual effects. I'm going to defend the movie just a little bit because this movie, for some reason, this is the first collaboration of Industrial Light and Magic and Weta Digital. They both did the effects for this movie. They both did. Two of the biggest visual effects companies in the world. Their first collaboration was this movie, as far as I know. I will say, the dragon don't look bad. The dragon doesn't look bad.
I think Saphira looks pretty.
It looks pretty good.
I mean, it looks
And
pretty good,
Everything
but
else, and I mean everything else, looks like dog shit.
I was
And
about to say that.
I'll say this too. The director, if
Is
you
a
look at his credit, he's a visual effects,
He's a visual
and
effects
he
supervisor.
worked on Game of Thrones, which has
Oh,
dragons.
wow.
He liked dragons.
Well, no wonder. At least he did a better. Okay, I wouldn't call it better because I disowned the entire show because of how it ended. It had a better ending than Game of Thrones. It did. Sorry. Oh, they were. Okay, I gotta be quiet for William. I can't say they were blank the whole time again, but But other than that, this guy was a visual effects supervisor. I mean, clearly you could tell with the dragon. It looks great. Like how it, how the interaction with the dragon, it looks pretty good for the most part. But everything else, oh my god, it looks like a god. Especially when the flying scenes. Oh my god, it looked like a PS2 game.
Yeah, like you could also add in like a time sequence with the buttons and sequence.
I said this before. The final
yeah,
battle felt like a quick time event.
That
It
in
did.
the review, and I'm like, I can see where you're coming from.
It felt like a quick time event, and the stuff there's a scene where he's kind of he's like taking it like Eragon kind of stabs Robert Carlyle. I think he's like gets the fucking shit out of his chest or something, or he like disappears or something. Like he disappears. It's like fucking the snap, and they're disappearing. But it looks like shit.
Oh,
and
God.
the final bout looks like the biggest like diarrhea lava dump ever.
Oh yes.
Speaking of somebody that looks, somebody in the movie that looks like diarrhea dump, Robert Carlyle's face changes for
Yes.
some reason at the end of this movie. And
Why?
his lips are all like
Oh god.
and cracked, and I'm like,
I don't understand that.
I don't like, it's like he got shot in the forehead, but like, he disappeared and stuff. Like, he's.
Oh my god!
I don't.
I don't like
never
that character at all.
understood.
He's just like really, like he said, he's trying to be like. He's more like Tarkin than Vader, honestly. He feels like a fucking general. He doesn't feel like a fucking leader. He's just kind of a pussy the whole movie. But anyway,
he's so bland as fuck.
He's bland, and the best part about the movie, I'm gonna give him positive other than the visual effects. So the dragon visual effects, Jeremy Irons is actually not too bad.
Yeah, like he's the only character that I can actually connect with, but it's the script for the movie that makes his character.
Yes, but talking about in terms of just performance, wise. I
think his performance, specifically in like the scene where like he talks about when his dragon died, and then also when he killed the person that killed his dragon.
Yeah,
I think that's like very well done in a movie that has a lot of like wooden acting.
Oh my god, we'll talk about wooden later.
I think there's some spots where like there's moments that shine, and I will say the script doesn't do him any favors, but I think for the most part Ed Spielers is a okay leading man.
He's mediocre, but he's not awful.
Yeah.
I will say who's awful. The chick who played Arya, I think it's Sienna Gold. Oh my god, she is terrible. Jesus Christ.
Every line she gives is like, I am acting.
I am acting.
It's like, what would they tell? What's Galbatorix gonna do when we tell him you failed?
Oh god, that fucking vision! To think that she was in Resident Evil Apocalypse.
Oh fuck!
Was it Jill Valentine?
Fuck that movie.
Was it Jill Valentine? Yeah, I think it was Jill Valentine. It was Claire Redfield. Was in the next movie after that. Oh my god!
I believe she was.
It makes a lot of sense. Why? Because you got fucking character. Fucking Resident Evil, poorly acted piece of shit.
Well, with you talking, the apocalypse is already here, so.
Stars.
She's the worst performer. She's worse than Malkovich, and Malkovich was pretty fucking bad. In terms of wasted, Jimin Hansu. He's only in the movie for like less than 10 minutes, and he's like 5th build. He's only in it for 8 minutes. He has more screen time than Gran Turismo compared to this shit.
Also, there's some weird things at the beginning with like the opening scene and everything where
oh my god,
Braum is giving like the
she was in the Meg too. Oh no wonder I don't want to watch that piece of shit.
Where Braum is giving the like narration and stuff, and there's like scenes that they show, and it's clearly a scene
from the end of the movie.
From the end of the movie.
Exactly. That's what I noticed too. When I found out, I'm just like, oh my god, you literally just showed me that they cut the fucking final bits of the final battle into the beginning of the movie. Speaking of which, the worst part about this movie, the editing. Oh my god.
Oh my god. It's such a mess. Like saying a mess is an understatement.
And it took 3 editors to edit this movie. The editor of Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, and Titanic. You got the editor of Trainspotting, and Chris Levinson, who's edited practically almost like Top Gun. He did most of Tim Burton's movies. He did the editing for Armageddon. He done most of the movies for Bruckheimer, really. I'm just like, oh my god.
Like,
these are 3 great editors, and you waste them all?
Like, what happened, guys?
So, for me, another bright spot in the movie, I don't know how you guys feel.
Okay.
It's the score.
Score's actually pretty good.
And when I was watching it, I was like, this score's like pretty good and everything. And I'm like, the person that did this had to be somebody. And it's Patrick Doyle.
I mean, it's decent, but it could have been used in like a different movie, though.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter about that. I just think it's a good
it does
score.
Remind me of this whole James Newton Howard Last Airbender kind of thing where it should have been used for a better movie.
Yeah.
Because the score is fantastic. Like James Newton Howard's score for Last Airbender is fucking phenomenal, but the movie itself is horrible. This is the same thing like this one. Same thing.
Yeah.
Although I will say this right now. Who in their right fucking mind would want to end this movie with a fucking Avril Lavigne song? Who in the fuck made that call?
That song made no
sense. It
sense.
made no sense to be there.
I had this movie on yesterday, and my girlfriend, like, once the movie ended, she's like, "This is the end credits song."
Oh god,
that's so out of place.
You were saying, Jordy?
That really caught me off guard. I'm not gonna lie. I mean,
that was just like, what the fuck?
It feels so out of place too. Like you could
let's
use
get
like a different
ballad
song.
in this fucking movie where you just saw people kicking ass and taking names, and just end on this fucking song that has no like that has nothing to do with the themes of the movie. It just, oh my god.
Oh,
it's like Tom Rothman said, this movie sucks. Hey, let's put an Avril Lavigne song. That'll get people to go pay to see our movie. Did it fucking work? The song actually performed better than the actual movie.
Yeah.
It was shocking.
I know you guys have got a lot to say, but I'm just saving what I've got for the movie until you guys are done. You know?
But yeah, that was shocking to me to think that. Why that song? Why?
I don't
At least
get
with
it.
Lord of the Rings, they made songs specifically for those movies that actually made sense and it was tonally like the movies. This is so out of place. It really is. It just feels. It's like, what were you thinking? I don't know.
They, Hunter says they could have played Behind Blue Eyes.
Oh, the Limp Bizkit fucking cover of that shit. Oh my god.
And it
for
would've made-
Gothica. Oh my god.
Honestly, I agree. I don't think it would have made a difference in a sense, but you know,
it's just it poor music supervision on their part. The score is good though, but the final battle of this movie, oh my god, I got something to say about that. The fucking whatever the dragon that Robert Kyle's supposed to ride. I have a strange feeling Stefan Fangmeyer watched too much Lost. It is the fucking smoke monster. Let's face it right then and there. Except for the sound effects. Tell me, that doesn't look like the smoke monster to you? That looks like the fucking smoke monster to me. It really does. It reminded me too much of it. I'm just like, oh my god.
Oh jeez.
William, you haven't gotten to the smoke monster yet, but trust me, you'll see him soon.
Yeah.
By the end of season 1, you'll see him.
All right.
Or it.
All right.
But
I noted that to myself.
But yeah, then you'll see what I mean, because you're gonna say, "Oh my god," because I like fucking Eragon. But the final battle, it just looks like video game, fucking like it looks like a video game quick time event. And by the way, Rachel Weisz in this movie as the dragon, paycheck. I don't think she really cared.
Yeah.
Paycheck.
It really is.
And that's saying a lot because she's a good actress. Look at The Mummy, for example.
Mhm.
But this movie, she was phoning it in. Sorry, she was phoning it in, and the character is a complete smart ass. She's a smart ass. I don't know if that's like in the book, she's a smart ass, but in the movie, yeah, she's a smart ass.
She felt like she was there to be there for the sake of it.
And also too, like some of the lines here is really corny.
Oh,
Notice
geez.
that some of the stuff involving like friendship and we have to stick together, united as one, and all that stuff. It's just like, ugh.
Or Legend of Eragon, the great shade slayer spread throughout.
Oh, that's the end of the
like
movie with that fucking monologue.
You what? Ugh.
Also, I didn't notice this until I read it up. Arya's supposed to be an elf. What? They didn't mention she was an elf in the movie. I just looked at fucking Wikipedia to see she was an elf. They didn't do a good job explaining that either. They rushed that too. I just noticed that. The whole thing about, it meanders on for like far too long. Although I will say, like, the stuff with Jeremy Irons could be very touching, but it was like too little, too late. And then Gareth Hedlund, he's fucking wasted. Jimon Hansu is wasted. John Malkovich is wasted, and the whole movie just feels really rushed. And then you get to the end of the movie with the not the post credits. It's the end of the movie. It feels like fucking sequel bait. Like that ending, it feels like they shot it in less than like an hour. No, not an hour. Less than 5 minutes. They just put the John Malkovich in front of a green screen, and then boom, get the black dragon fire, and that's it. The end of the movie. Go watch the sequel. Oh wait, we didn't make it.
Oh god.
It just feels so forced. I'm just like, you knew this movie was gonna fucking fail. Why'd you put that in there?
I don't know. No, like Victor, I literally got so mad when the movie was over. I picked up the empty DVD case, hurled it onto the floor, and I wish it would have shattered.
Another thing too, Gareth Hedlund's character is named Murtaugh. Murtaugh.
What kind of name is that?
Oh, I don't know. Lethal fucking Weapon. Danny Glover's character, Murtaugh. Hello. I'm too old for this shit. Hello.
Does that sound familiar to you guys?
I don't know if Paoli was. I don't know if he watched too much Lethal Weapon to name him that.
Let's see.
I don't know.
I think it's pronounced Murtagh, but like it's
but in the movie it's pronounced Murtaugh.
So it should be Murtaugh.
I think it's pronounced Murtaugh in the movie, so they probably pulled the Last Airbender with the pronunciation there. The whole thing about Arya, I said the actress is fucking horrible, but the character, she is nothing. She's just stands there. She does nothing the whole movie. She gets kidnapped, like if fucking Robert Kyle's gonna do fucking BDSM on her. Like it looks that bad.
She is so lifeless in that movie.
And she does nothing. She just stands there for the whole movie. Does nothing. And it's clearly trying to be like in Lord of the Rings, Eowyn or
Arwen.
Arwen does fucking nothing in Lord of the Rings, except for in the theatrical versions at least. I don't know about the extended versions. She just stands there. Liv Tyler's only in those movies for like a grand total of 20 minutes per all 3 movies. And she's third build. Anyway, that's not the point. But the whole thing, and Arwen's a better character though. I will say that. At least she's not fucking lifeless. But the movie sometimes, I noticed this like filter at the beginning of the movie. It was like this weird blue and dark blue and like yellow gradient. It looks ugly. You see in the opening scene where she's running around, riding on her horse and getting away from the guy. It looks nasty in terms of cinematography. It looks disgusting.
I've always noticed
disgusting.
that.
Yeah.
It looks horrible.
Yeah.
It looks that bad. And now I'm going to talk about the scene that reminded me of Halloween Resurrection.
Oh boy.
At the end of the movie, when he stabs Robert Kylo and says, "This is for Braun," and all that stuff, it reminded me of. It gave me flashbacks of this scene towards the end of Halloween Resurrection. Once you see it, I know people are going to get flashbacks, but I have to show it for a reason, okay? This is what I was thinking of at the time.
This is for Jack! This is for Rick! For all of them!
God.
Resurrection is awful.
And she's horrible.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I wish it was a spare world, and this would be better. I don't fucking know. It was just that reminded me too much of Halloween Resurrection. I'm just like, did the guy who wrote the movie watch too much Halloween Resurrection? I'm just like, what's next? Busta Rhymes gonna come out of nowhere, do kung fu on the fucking bad guy? What's that?
Or say trick or treat,
Motherfucker.
motherfucker.
Apparently, from what I see in the trivia, apparently Alex Pettyfer was supposed to be Eragon. It makes a lot of sense because this guy they cast looks exactly like Alex Pettyfer. You know, the guy from Iron Number 4, Beastly, those fucking movies. He looks like almost exactly like him. It's clear, and the fucking Stormbreaker, the fucking
Fuck you, motherfucker! I'll kill you! They'll stop those little motherfucking son! And fuck you!
Oh my god!
Fuck Atlantic City!
Oh my god! Anyway,
No, that was the wrong one.
Oh, wrong one.
You motherfucker!
And so Stephen Fagmeyer intended to film the second and third of these third movies of this franchise back to back. However, after negative reviews, the film was dropped. Those films were dropped. They considered a second film because it did okay, $250 million minus marketing. But because of the extremely negative publicity it got, that was it. That's it. And apparently there are over 50 differences between the movie and the book. Over 50. And also, too, apparently that I saw somewhere that apparently Paolini at the time was happy. The movie was like he was proud of the movie or something.
Well, I mean, he got his book made it into a
What the
movie, but yeah.
I was just like, and then I'm trying to feel okay. Oh yeah, I was right because Arya is supposed to be an elf as she's described in the novel, but is never called one in the film, nor does she look like one. On the audio commentary, Stephen Fangmeyer said she's revealed to be supposed to be an elf. Yeah, they don't explain in the movie. I don't fucking get it. That's
I wonder
weird.
how much was like cut from the movie.
I have a feeling that Tom Rothman directed this movie. The head of Fox at the time, with his fucking micromanaging bullshit, where he's killing Sony too. And in the novels, apparently Bronn was supposed to be Eragon's biological father, revealed in book 3, but they never touched upon it in the movie because of cancellation for potential sequels. And Eragon's mother is long dead by the film's events, even though it's claimed in the movie that she ran away, but weird. And apparently the final battle didn't come from the book. It was all made for the movie.
Mhm.
Makes a lot of sense because because that didn't look too hot. So, Jordy, you haven't said anything about Eragon. You talk about it.
Yeah, so when I just watched the movie today, this is what I gotta say about it. The fact that you have this movie made in about like an hour and 30-something minutes.
Well, rock credits like an hour and 37 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that to me, that was not good enough for me. If anything, I don't know what could have saved this movie other than the storytelling and all the other stuff, but the one thing that could have saved it is if they told the story longer, because they pitched in a lot of things way too fast for me to even catch up with. The only characters I thought were, relatable was Bronn and, Eragon, but the problem is other characters that were put in at the last minute. Well, then again, the dragon was another thing. I mean, because you get to see, spend more time with it. But the other characters, they were forced in, and we don't even get a chance to like them because they're like at the last minute. Every story that they were trying to tell in this movie was like way too fast, way too bad timing. I think, had they just done things like not just from the book, but done things like maybe, I don't know, made this into an act 1 and then made another, movie into an act 2, or just
let's go full on Lord of the Rings.
Or just make it, a whole movie altogether, just another hour to add into this movie, other than what it was originally given, right? When it was released in theaters, just add another hour to it, and then maybe it would have been fixed. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, some of the stuff in it were pretty good. I mean, it is a good movie to me. It's just not a great one, and that's the one thing that really takes it away. I'm not going to call it the greatest thing ever made since, sliced bread, because that would be giving it way too much credit. But I will point out that it does take a lot of, elements and does take, something and wraps it with it. However, they try to, again, fast, pacing with this, like with the magics and all this other bullshit.
Yeah, the magic were just introduced it just out of fucking nowhere after he fucking throws the arrow, bam, that's it. There's magic right there.
Like as if it were instinct or primal instinct or something. Like, no.
At the end, it almost felt like fucking Dragon Ball Z with some of the shit they were doing in this movie.
As far as I'm concerned, everything is fine written in paper, but when you look at it, when it's being done, you're like, holy shit, maybe I should rethink this, because the movie is not a masterpiece. I'm just saying it's a good film. It's just not great. And I'm not saying it's bad, because if it was bad, then I would have fallen asleep through this movie. Now, honestly, I think, if they do have their plans for Disney Plus in the future.
Yeah, they're making a television series. I was saying that. They said that they were working on it.
I totally forgot.
I hope they do all they can in it. As a matter of fact, I hope they don't change anything within.
The movie apparently makes a lot of changes already.
Well, the thing is, a lot of changes. The thing is, they should be going by the book in regards to the series. Don't change what's going on, like what's going on with current events that relate to, and I know you hate saying this, do not put anything politically
I know where you're going with this.
Yeah, Don't put any political correctness in there. Do not.
Here's the thing, though. It's a fantasy show. I don't know why they would do that. It doesn't make any sense to do so.
Yeah, well, you know some people nowadays. They just.
I think it's fantasy. It's just a fantasy novel. I don't think they're gonna fucking do it. I don't think so.
But
Paolini is writing the fucking show, the offer. So I didn't think he would. I don't think he would do that. So.
But as far as everything else goes, as long as they don't do that, then I think they're good. Now the movie as a whole, I'm not going to give it too much of a good rating, but I will say it will get some recognition where it's due to a point, not a lot.
Okay.
So as far as what I would rate this, I'm probably going to have to give this a 2.5 out of 5. Mostly due to the fact that you got some good storytelling, but you got it way too fast. You got some good fight scenes here and there, but some of them are to a point where you wonder, like, why was this put in there and why is that there? And then there's, of course, the lack of character development, because
the character development is practically non-existent in this movie.
That's the thing that really bothered me. But other than that, it's a good movie. I'm not going to say it's a masterpiece. That's all there is to it.
As for me, I'm sorry to say this movie's a fucking disaster. It's a fucking disaster.
It's really bad.
It really is fucking bad. It's one of the worst films of 2006. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh yeah, Hunter, I agree. No,
God.
It's like it went too fast and the hosts are too furious. God damn it.
Oh jeez.
Fast and Furious. Very funny.
I'm not really furious with this movie. I'm just saying that it could have been a whole lot.
I'm not furious with it either.
It could have been a lot better if it was easily handled, like, for maybe given another hour and probably enough time for character development and probably some other plot, growth as well. So
to me, it's a disaster from pretty much almost everything, because the acting, aside from Jeremy Irons, is piss poor. It's pretty piss poor, and the story is at the same time boring, at the same time too fast. The action sequences are not very well done. It just feels like kind of amateur filmmaking. The CGI is fucking abysmal, except for the dragon, which looked good. And yes, there's a good score. Yes, it has a good performance from Jeremy Irons. But this just feels like Fox micromanaged this movie. It really did. If they micromanaged this movie, why the hell? Why would they put an Avril Lavigne song at the end of this movie?
I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I mean, it doesn't make any sense. So for me, 0.5 out of 5. That's my rating.
Yeah, like, oh boy, like this film is just such a doozy from start to finish. Like, this has to be like one of the most dullest fantasy movies I think I've ever seen.
It is.
The acting is far from stiff. Like, everyone just like gives out. Like,
again, Sienna Gollery, she's the fucking worst of the bunch. Oh my god, she's fucking horrible in this.
Well, except for Jeremy Irons, I'll give him this. He was trying, he really was. But at the same time, though, everything else just feels so bad. Like, the visual effects are bad. The ending,
except for the dragon, I'm going to say that the dragon. I will defend the dragon, but not everything else.
Yeah, the
dragon is pretty good.
Yeah,
the dragon looks good. That's why I said,
like, the ending is horrendous. It really lacks in the world building, character development, and the lack of magic that the books had. And it's just a dumpster fire. I'm gonna give it a 1 out of 5.
Well, that's not much better, but hey, closer to 0.5.
As for me, I mostly find this movie like kind of bland, but I also find it pretty watchable as well. I think performances for the most part are pretty wooden. I'm still thinking that like Ed Spielers is at least okay. But I think Jeremy Irons is pretty solid in this. The effects with the dragon in particular, really good. There's some moments like with his uncle. We didn't talk about that, but
that's
like,
I actually genuinely his uncle
like
and his brother.
Scene.
They rushed the brother. It felt like he was not even a goddamn character.
But like there's a scene with his uncle and everything that I genuinely liked. And when the movie slows down and has like some kind of emotional kind of scenes for like the characters in a way, like I think they kind of land. but every scene with just the villains is not good at all.
John
Those are the
Malkovich
worst
is in the room.
scenes in the
I'm
movie.
evil. I'm evil. I'm evil. It's just
But
the
at
same
the end
John
of the
Malkovich
day,
shit.
it's just a bland fantasy movie that I think it isn't worth like hating on or anything. So I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10, or as Jordy put, a 2.5 out of 5.
Well,
Yeah.
then you match there. But for me, then again, I don't have the books to compare it to. That's probably why I gave it a harsher rating too.
Well,
And of course, the Star Wars comparisons really didn't fucking bother me. That's another thing.
I
It
will
really
say
did.
there were moments where it felt like Star Wars, but then again, sometimes when you think about it, sometimes you got to think like if you never watched Star Wars for the first time, maybe it could be doing something. But then again, if you watched Star Wars, then something's up.
Absolutely. I knew it was up from the moment we get started. But anyway, as a film design stuff without the Star Wars shit in there, it's just, to me, it was just not well made. I feel like this is the wrong filmmaker. These are the wrong screenwriters to put this to life. If they wanted to do something that
Here's
is
a fun
more
fact.
like fantasy, they
Here's a
should get
fun
like Peter Jackson or something.
Here's a fun fact. You want to actually do something based off of someone's work, try to go to them and see what they could add into it. Like, you remember when George Lucas was adding his stuff in there in Star Wars? When he was,
Yeah.
doing all that stuff? Guess what? Do something like that. But no, instead you want to, like jump the gun.
Here's the thing, though. Paolini was this young guy, and he was like, I'm just happy that the movie's going to get made. And he was too young, and Hollywood took advantage of
he
him.
was an optimistic kid at the time. I think in 2006 he was
21 when this
Yeah.
movie came out. So he was just a kid that was just happy that the movie was going to get made, and Hollywood
He
took
should be
advantage of him.
he should be like around his mid to late 30s right now. Should
Yeah, he's like
He's
38.
got a nice beard now.
And he's apparently grown as a writer. He's going to be a co-showrunner of the TV series that's going to come from Eragon. So hopefully with his... he's 39. He's about to turn 40 on November 17th, by the way.
Oh my gosh. Man.
And speaking of which, apparently there's going to be a 5th Eragon book involving Mortal. It's supposed to come out next month.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, he has a lot on his plate right now. And maybe, hopefully, this TV show will be really good when they get it off the ground. So we'll see.
If he's going to do it, he should have every season based on each book.
I'm assuming that's what they're going to do.
Season 1 with Eragon, season 2 with, the other book, and then and you get where I'm going at.
Yeah, so that plan will be 4 years. It will be 4 seasons long, give or take.
4 or 5.
4 or 5, give or take, depending on how long the fucking books are. I don't know how long the other books in the series.
They get bigger and bigger.
Oh my god!
Oh,
It's gonna be
geez.
like Lord of the Rings. We're gonna have to separate them like 2 or 3 seasons a book.
Yeah.
But yeah, 0.5 for me. So
Yeah.
let's go ahead and spin the
Yeah.
wheel, and hopefully
Yeah.
we get a better movie this time, please.
Also, I do want to announce something before we spin the wheel.
Go ahead.
Since I will be on vacation this Thursday, if any movie that I chose gets picked, I'll try to be there for next week.
Wait, you're going on vacation?
Yeah.
Well then, Jared, you're gonna have to fill in now. If he doesn't,
I'm on here by default.
yeah, but I know, but he's going on vacation.
Like, why even leave, Jared? Just stay, because you're good where you're at.
I think he has
have
reasons.
Homework and everything.
Yeah, he has homework. He has school.
No, just do the homework and then come on the show.
We'll see what happens. We'll get done with that later.
Yeah,
Let's just spin the wheel now, okay? Hopefully it's a better movie this time, okay? Okay?
I tried to land on one of the movies I
Okay. Okay.
And also,
please.
Vic's had trouble with getting people. So
It is a movie I picked, but which one?
Oh!
My God.
Wow.
That's a movie that my dad loves.
Well then, this is a Coen Brothers movie I haven't seen. So
this one has George Clooney, but you know what?
yeah, I know. And
This
Tim
one
Nelson
has him actually doing good at what he does for an acting gig.
I'm gonna miss.
I mean,
you
he's not
guys.
bad. He's not. It's not like it's Batman and Robin. Like that's one bad performance. Other than that, he's usually pretty good.
I still can't get over that. To be honest with you.
Yeah. Well,
but
I'm gonna miss you guys.
yeah, there you go. That means Jordy, you have to be not Jordy. You're always here. Jared, you have to be here. Okay?
All right.
Or brother, where art thou? I've never seen this. I really haven't.
I haven't seen it
If it
all
makes
the
you
way.
feel any better, I have not seen it either.
Because I've only seen 2 Coen Brothers movies, Fargo and The Big Lebowski, and Fargo is by far my favorite. Fargo's my favorite, not fucking Big Lebowski.
Honestly, I'm actually
That's
glad,
my favorite.
I'm kind of glad it landed on something that I've picked before.
Well, it's all about random stuff. It's all random. So like, I don't pick these out. I don't manually plan this.
Yeah, I wonder.
No, come on. You think I rigged the wheel just like Ibarra when he did it?
Probably.
No, come on.
Come on.
Come on. I just put them in order. When we put it on order. So
put it in order.
this is gonna be a very interesting experience for me. Like I said, I've never seen this movie. So we'll see what happens with that one. So Jordy, take it away. I guess wrap it up, I suppose.
Well, other than everything that just happened so far, and hopefully you've endured with us. If you like this, give it a thumbs up, and really give it a thumbs up, because if you're not, then you're giving a thumbs up Victor's ass. And if
if you don't to give thumbs up, you're gonna be forced to watch Lost too.
True. And also, if you miss your chance to live chat, comment down below, give us your thoughts and opinions. Also, be sure to subscribe if you are new to the David 3000 Network channel, and hit the notification bell whenever this channel does an upload, a premiere, or a live stream like this one at all times. Same goes for the Count, Victor Delval, the Saint, Jared Ross, and the Conqueror, William Braun, and yours truly, the Youngblood Outsider, Jordy Scow. And with that all being said, God bless you all. Have a great night and stay healthy for better tomorrow. Also, tune in for Rant and Rave Podcast, episode 208, Rantiversary 4, this coming Thursday, which will start at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 Central, and 3 Pacific. So I want you all to keep that in mind. And join us for another exciting edition of the Popcorn Panel Podcast. So, good night, everybody. Yeah!
Yeah, and if you dislike this video, and not only you have to watch Lost, you have to also be called this.
You're a phony! Hey, this guy's a great big phony! Hey, you're a great big phony, you know that? That's right, you're a big fat phony! You're a phony! Hey, everybody, this guy's a great big phony!
Yeah.
We don't get copyrighted for that.
Well, we ain't copyright anyway.
Now, if you excuse me while I'm on vacation, I gotta go back and binge some more Lost and watch more horror movies.
Good. Watch more Lost. We'll keep you, even though you're on vacation. 2 weeks from now, you give me an update on this show. Damn it. Good night.